The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
What I mean by that, like, I have never had a seizure, right? But sometimes strobing really messes with me, and like I can't look. Like I have to put my head down, and I don't know. Here's the ignorance. I don't know what a seizure feels like, so I have no way of saying I feel like a seizure's coming on. But it really starts messing with my head and my eyes, and I have to like sometimes if I'm at a movie and there's like crazy strobing, I have to look down.
Like you're trying to test me right now.
Well, yeah, I mean that like right there that bugs me.
Yeah.
Not like at a movie theater. So I wonder if like you could be like strobe sensitive. It's not like a headache thing or anything. It's just like
but when you have migraines, don't you have some? Isn't that an issue? So I wonder if that's the adjacent.
Maybe, yeah, it might be connected. I mean, certainly when I have migraines, the last thing I'm trying to do is look at a screen. But hey, here we are.
Here we are.
So before I forget, because this is just a tiny little thing, but speaking of, I was in the shower this morning. Where's this story going? Trust me, it's completely innocent. I was in the shower this morning, and we have one of those hangy things on the wall.
Shower caddy.
Yes, thank you. I think the official name is hangy thing on the wall, but we'll go with yours.
All right.
So on the top, there's 3 rows. On the top 2 rows, it's all Melissa's stuff. And then I get the bottom row, and I have a big old Sam's Club thing of Head and Shoulders, right?
Okay. And your loofah.
And so it has little hooks at the bottom for the loofah. So I actually have 2 hooks. One is my loofah, and the other's for my scrubby hands that Katie recommended, right? The little loofah hands. So I have my Head and Shoulders, and then I have the other shampoo because I like to mix it up, and it's like one of them tea tree, like you rub it and it makes your head all minty. And then I have my body wash, which is just your standard Irish Spring, whatever. And then my wife has all her crap up top. And then, occasionally there's a freaking bunch of strands of hair slapped against the wall that drives me nuts. She has hair flies all over. I don't know, man. It's weird. So I'm scrubbing away on my shampoo and my hair this morning, waking up, whatever. And I'm just, that's what's in front of me. I don't really pay attention. And all of a sudden I notice, there's this like pink bottle that's standing out. And I look a little closer. It's Dove shampoo, right? Crumble cookie flavored. Lemon something
flavor.
Well, you know what I mean. Like lemon smell, crumble smell, scent. Yeah. Crumbles. And I even looked at it, like turned the bottle a little bit because I could see the CRUMB and I turned it, and it's CRUMBL, and it's like lemon zinger or whatever the hell their lemon cookie is. And I'm thinking Crumble has a partnership with Dove. You can get Crumble shit next time Chris comes in.
We're talking about it.
Yeah, because I'm wondering, is that the only flavor they have, or could it be, do they have like chocolate?
It's always wild talking to Chris. Like, hey, have you guys ever thought about partnering with? He's like, oh yeah, that's out there.
Yeah, we're doing that. They're doing everything. What a great idea. It makes sense. I wonder how it does. But if you want, you can go. I guess chocolate wouldn't be a good. But like whatever the
Cinnabon.
Yeah, I was gonna say like your Snickerdoodle Cinnabon, the lemon, anything, vanilla birthday cake, that type of thing. Like my wife has this one perfume.
Funfetti.
Funfetti would be a great flavor. German chocolate cake, that's weird. Carrot.
Oh, that'd be
you
coconut.
think so?
That'd be fine.
Okay, coconut. You got me there. What about
s'mores?
S'mores. My wife hates s'mores.
Really?
My wife hates marshmallows. It's so weird.
I mean,
I guess that's like a consistency thing, right?
Yeah.
I think
s'mores they're honestly a little bit of work.
Okay.
As far as eating messy, like
100%.
are they that amazing?
100%.
Have you ever gone to had a s'mores bar?
Like a bar, like a candy bar? But
no, like
a s'mores bar.
Like it was, like they have them at weddings, like where they got everything there, and like usually like Reese's peanut butter cup is the
See, Reese's peanut butter cups, the little minis on a s'more is definitely the way.
But that's definitely just a one and done.
That's the thing. S'mores are like they're like the crab of the dessert world, where like the result is good, but when you really break it down, usually you're eating when you're like camping or something, so you don't have like the kitchen sink right there, and you roll in, you got to roast the marshmallow, and then you got to get it on the graham cracker with this, and then you bite into it, and like the marshmallow just squirts out, and you end up with half of it on your hand, and then you get sticky hand.
Right.
And honestly, I have a s'mores method, which kind of, it's like a second cousin to my my taco sauce method.
Uh-huh.
So like I will roast the s'more, or excuse me, the marshmallow, and then what I do is I just eat the marshmallow right off the stick. Right, I'll just grab it, eat it right off the stick. Then I put the Reese's in my mouth, and then I put the graham cracker in my mouth. So it's all.
You have a deconstructed s'mores.
That's exactly what it is, Chris. It's a deconstructed s'more. Yeah. Now, some of you might say this. Some of you might say the following. Yeah, Dave, but you don't have the benefit of the melted chocolate in there. And you'd be right.
Yeah, Dave.
But in the end, it really all works out in the wash.
Okay.
You know what? Hey.
If you're happy with it.
It's like my dad used to always say, all comes out the same.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you how to s'more.
Yeah. Don't s'more gatekeep.
Yeah.
I brought in some leftover ribs for Chris this morning.
Chris tried it yet?
Yeah, no. I think we have paper bowls and plates here, right?
Hopefully.
Here's what my suggestion would be, because the thing with ribs is like it's a little bit like pizza in the sense that you can, no matter what, when you reheat it, you're going to lose a little of the moisture. My suggestion would be the following: if there's a bowl, that's perfect. Throw them in the bowl, right, and then take one of them napkins and run it under water, and then put the wet napkin over that, and then microwave it so it'll steam it a little bit. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit dry.
And hot.
Yeah, that's. I really am curious because.
Did you have them last night?
No.
Hey, no, you're done with them.
No.
Here, Chris, you have them.
But Avery was gone the night before. She was coming back from her little Disneyland thing, so she had them yesterday. And Avery actually is pretty good with spice. Like she's pretty good with spice. And she was like, yeah, those are a little. It didn't. She could eat them, but she acknowledged it was definitely spicy. But also different ribs, like some of those ribs have a little more rub on them than others, I guess.
Sure.
So I'd just be curious as to. I don't want to make it out like they're like hot wings, like on that show.
Right?
Like they're edible. They're just spicy,
Slightly painful.
Slightly painful. Last night had an old standby, by the way. Just one of those meals that is just a great go-to, and I hadn't had it in a while. Melissa had her basketball practice, so it was me and the kiddos, and she had some nice thick, little but thick pork chops. right? And we just shake and bake, throw them in the oven. And then we did the instant mashed potatoes, and she had some zucchini. I steamed the zucchini, and then I make we always have a bunch of packets of hollandaise sauce because she likes to do eggs Benedict, which Chris had over the weekend. Liked your picture. How was it?
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Excellent.
Throw a little hollandaise over the potatoes and the portion. Yeah, shake and bake is kind of underrated.
I got a message for all of them. Right?
Yeah.
Shake
and bake.
Yeah. What does that do? Did that blow your mind?
Yeah.
That just happened.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just good.
Yeah.
It's
all reliable.
It's all reliable. It's not the greatest thing ever. It's just good. And somehow the pork chops always turn out moist.
That's the key.
They are. They really are the key. And I know that pork chop rules have changed now, where like you can actually cook them to medium, and there can be a while ago. Like the whole pork industry was like obsessed with it.
I missed the letter.
No, you don't want to cook them like a steak, like medium rare, but you can cook them to where there's a little pink in there. I just can't do that. Yeah. It's just because how I was brought up. Like you got to cook the pork all the way through. But it's 2 nights in a row, actually, now that I think about it, ribs and pork chops. Got to mix it up tonight, Jason.
Yeah. Game changer.
Yeah, big-time game changer. That was going on tonight anyways. Tonight's kind of an off night, isn't it? I mean, you got baseball.
Yep.
Yeah. Kings off.
Well, tonight could be a good night for the Kings. Could be the night they get in.
Yeah, it could be that just one
the Warriors could let them in. We're rooting for the we're rooting against Phoenix tonight.
1 Phoenix loss, 1 Kings win, and they clinch the play-in.
Yep.
And as of right now, looking fairly good that they will host a playoff game. Not for sure, but I would say slightly over, in the mid to high 50%. You disagree?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay. Then we host a playoff game?
Or play-in.
Play-in, excuse me. No, you're correct.
Yeah.
And then later today, we'll ask the question, because if we do beat Dallas in the play-in, we could play like one of 4 teams.
It might even be
five
or 6.
Yeah, you're right. And then it's, who do you want to play?
Right.
Just happy to be here.
Cleveland.
Kings, Cleveland in the finals.
That's easy. That's the easy part. Just got to get there. I mean, the Cavs have to get there.
We have it figured out in the sense that we want to play the Rockets in the Western Conference Finals and the Cavs in the finals.
Those other rounds
are
problematic.
It's the other two. Okay, would it be okay if we played Oklahoma City in the first round? We obviously never root for injuries. It's just bad karma. I'm not rooting for it. No, I'm not even. No, of course. I would never root for that. But, okay, what about this? What is the ruling on rooting for food poisoning? No permanent damage. Nobody's hurt. But for that week, they might as well be injured.
You want to cook them some uncooked pork or some hot ribs?
I'm saying let's go back to the playbook and make them a cheeseburger.
We've done this before.
Kobe style.
Do what we do best.
A Kobe cheeseburger. Those of you that know what we're talking about. Yeah. Bing, bang, boom. As I think Kendrick Lamar said.
Mm-hmm.
Bing, bang, boom, bop, bing, bang, boom. Cheeseburger. I feel like that's fair. I think you can root for food poisoning.
Yeah, I think so.
Without bad karma.
Right.
We'll discuss that throughout the program. We'll take a break when we come back. Oh, golly, what a great day for sports yesterday. We've got champions. We've got upsets and the Motor City. We had so much stuff going on. It's Dave, it's Jason, it's Chris. We will be right back.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Save $12,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Silverado 1500 LT at the Maida Chevy Silverado Supercenter after all rebates.
And Maida Chevy still has one of the largest selections in the Sacramento area
with $12,000 off new Silverado exclusively at the Maida Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
5 savings was trade in 2011 or newer. Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers.
Made a great deal at Maida.
Are you ready to unlock your business's potential? Hey, I'm Alan Stiles, and you can do that with Roxas Technology Solutions. Their mission is to empower growth through cutting-edge, reliable, and scalable technology. They tailor solutions to enhance efficiency and foster innovation, ensuring your business thrives in the digital age. Located in Sacramento, their dedicated team is ready to partner with you for your long-term success. Transform your business now. Go to roxtech.com. That's WROXTECH.com. Rox Tech. Tomorrow's technology at your fingertips today.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Valanciunas pivoting at the top of the circle, gives to LaVine. LaVine frees up straight away, going for 3 more. He's got 3 more. Zach LaVine from downtown. He's up to 29. See how the Kings respond. LaVine feeling it, firing it, scoring it again. This was a deeper left wing triple by Zach LaVine that puts him at 32 points for the ball game. LaVine now going for him one more time. He nails it again. Oh my goodness, Zach LaVine is on a superheater. He is flying high right now in Southern Michigan.
Huh. Sorry.
Haven't you had a superheater?
I had one yesterday morning.
Yeah.
That's not. I just opened up the text line. Here's a text you never want to see, but it
careful
from the 530. Hot mic, boys, but it was 12 hours ago.
Yeah, it was Henry and I.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Right. Those are the 3 words you never want to see in this business. You also never want to see the words Kings get smoked. Just made that up, but you don't want to see that, and they didn't.
You don't have to use that today.
You don't have to use that today. And Zach LaVine, my goodness, heateroni. That was. Didn't he go on? I know Katie said it. I didn't verify it, but I think she said at one point he was on like a personal 16-0.
He did. That was very true. He actually had 16. Before it were 2 free throws by Valanciunas, but even before that, 2 more points by LaVine. So he had 18 of the 20 points in a row, but 16 in a row, yes.
I mean, you had – look, I'm just going to say this. If you can get LaVine, DeRozan, and Sabonis to combine for 99 points every game –
got a shot.
You got a shot.
I know we're going to ask the question later, do we have a big 3? We haven't really said that about these guys because they haven't played like it.
43 points for Zach LaVine on 16 of 28 shooting. 37 points for DeMar DeRozan on 14 of 26 shooting. Here's what's funny about that, though. He was 13 of 20 from the field. He was 1 of 6 from the free from beyond the arc.
Yeah.
Maybe I honestly would love to ask him, and I would hope he'd have a sense of humor about it. But it's like, dude, it's got to be mental. You're not that bad of a shooter from beyond the arc. Like, what happens to you between 20 and 24? Like, what happens?
Just if he put his toe on the line, he's making all.
He's making all of them. What is it? Is there like a force field that we don't see? I don't know. 1 of 6 for him. 8 of 11. That's my birthday, August 11th for Zach LaVine from beyond the arc.
How many shots did you say for Zach?
28.
Remember, we're old enough to remember when Zach would get like 6 shots a game, 8 shots.
What you're in the most optimistic of worlds, you're hoping that whatever Zach was dealing with off the court has resolved itself in a positive way. And that was not indicative, which is what we talked about constantly. This is probably not indicative of who he is and how he plays or anything X and O necessarily. This is indicative of he's dealing with stuff. Because when Zach LaVine is doing what he did, and I don't know how sustainable it is, but I will say this. He did it against Cleveland and Detroit.
Yes.
These are not Olay defense teams. These are pretty damn good defensive teams, very physical, and it didn't matter to him.
Yeah, and he's done, you throw in the Charlotte game. I know they're not the same to your point about the defense, but he's done it 3 in a row. I think that's big. There's no coincidence they've won 3 in a row. We had the stat yesterday. Well, I'll keep saying it. Now 11 and 3 when he scores 22 or more. So 22 is a reachable number. We don't need him to get 43. That's phenomenal, but that's pretty great right now.
37 of 65 combined from the field for that big 3. That's pretty damn good. And by the way, DeMontis Sabonis had triple double. Whatever.
Might work.
Crazy.
Yeah, I just
could have guessed.
Yeah,
anybody would have predicted that.
I don't think anybody. If they did, they should have gone to Vegas,
Yeah,
right?
not in their right mind.
Am I right? Cut number 2, please.
Cut number 2.
Down on the right-hand wing, stops with 7 seconds, gives it to Pryor, 6 seconds to go, 5 seconds to Sharp, top of the key, lost the dribble, he's got to pick it up, it's scooped up by Condon, Condon secures it, and Florida found a way from 12 down to the school's 3rd national championship in men's basketball, 65-63 the final, the Florida Gators are the national champions once again.
Great protection from Condon. Excellently done. This is where I don't like college sports. This is the one thing I don't like about college sports. I know it's kind of soft of me, but like, I really feel bad for the losing teams. And I really feel bad for that kid. Like, because the next couple weeks, etc. I hope he stays off social media.
Right.
People are just going to be idiots. And I feel bad because they're still kids. Like, yes, I get they're legal adults, but they're still mentally kids. And you're on that kind of stage. It's great for the ones that win, but and Kelvin Sampson, I really felt bad for him.
And Houston's been there more than anybody to not win one. And I wouldn't say they had it, but I thought they were going to win a lot of the game. And Florida, to me, Dave, is the classic example of when anybody's ever done a bracket and has a team that they picked that advances like a close game. Oh, I don't like, man, they're probably in trouble the next round. Each round's irrelevant.
Florida's
had escaped like 4 times and 3 times in this tournament. And it didn't matter to the next round. It's who's ahead at the end.
They kept doing, it's like we talked about yesterday. They did just enough.
Yeah, they could not score. The defense was so good. Clayton was bottled up. I'm like, I don't think they can win this game. And then they just stayed with it.
Can I play devil's advocate on feeling sorry for them?
Yes, please.
Does them getting paid change anything?
Not for me.
Because once money starts getting involved, it's your job.
I think it's like a consolation for sure. Like, hey, you lost, but here's, couple $100K.
I'm looking at it more of, well, now it's your job.
Yeah.
Playing basketball is your job now. You're not a student. They were never students to begin with, but like I could understand like if you're going home and with nothing, but now it's your job. Your job is to come through in the clutch.
Yeah.
You didn't.
But there's still it's an interesting, you know what? Let's revisit this. I actually think that's an interesting conversation because I fully admit that I might be getting a little softer the closer my kids get to that age because I somehow transfer that into how would I console my son because in a regular job, to your point, like if you don't turn in the TPS reports, you sucked, you made the mistake, and you deserve to be punished. It's not like they weren't trying. They were doing everything they possibly could. They left it all out on the floor. They just weren't good enough, or they were unlucky.
Well, the weird thing is there's people in the NBA that are younger than them.
That's actually true. Also, a really sad development in the. I don't know if you caught this or not. I didn't catch it until this morning in the bracket pool. So your boy finished 13th, which is hey, that's nice.
Yeah.
You know who snuck into 10th?
Who's that?
My wife, out of nowhere. I'm just looking down, looking to see, they won money. Melissa, she's literally 2 spots above me. And now I got to hear about it. I'm 100% going to hear about it.
Hey, look who's in 17th.
I didn't even see that. Look at Jackson Ross coming through. Hey, there's Dan Spackman. We were just talking about him yesterday. Look at that. So we had three family members, including me. So 3 family members finishing in the top. What'd you say it was 17?
Mm-hmm.
Out of a 300-person bracket. That's pretty good. Proud of that.
Means nothing.
Right. And so we all need to go home, me to my spouse, you to your son, and be like, hey, look, this is a job now.
Start training.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Be better.
You know what? Be better. Real quick here. Cut number 3, please.
Cut number 3.
The right-hander deals, and on 2-0, Fernando swings, hits one in the air, deep to left field. You can forget it. All the way out of Sutter Health Park.
Well, at some point out of 81 games, you got to think the A's are going to win at home.
I'm still looking for the lead.
Oh, they were down 3-0 before
the first inning. Inning.
They have yet to have an at bat where they're not trailing to lead off the game. That was Fernando Tatis. Oh, that might factor into the show a little bit later, as a matter of fact. Yeah, A's lose at home. Giants lost as well to the Reds. Logan Webb looked great.
Yeah, Webb and Hunter Green. Both pitchers were awesome.
Dude, I watched that game. Hunter Green needs to take a shower because he is filthy. See what I did there? Like, he's just, here's an 89-mile-an-hour slider. Okay. 100-mile-an-hour fastball in the sixth inning. That's neat.
Yeah, on the hands.
When he's on, dude, he is filthy. We'll tell you, that's his name, filthy. We'll take a break. When we come back, we got audio for you, kids. The Kings beat the Pistons. We have highlights. We have Zach LaVine. We have all kinds of stuff for you. Sit back and relax. It's going to be a fun audio recap coming up next.
Live and local.
With everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown! San Francisco! Lob ball. George went up and caught the ball. Touchdown!
The 49ers play on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie. I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Welcome to your Tuesday. Out the door, you'll probably need a jacket for the morning, but for the afternoon, we're going to be running warmer under mostly sunny skies and light north winds. Highs today will peak in the low to mid 70s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Ready for an early bird special? A new HVAC system replacement, both heating and cooling, for as low as $11,789. This is a limited offer and ends April 15th. Bonnie.com. Some restrictions apply. License 696-355.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers, plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us, plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
Spring is in the air, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping for new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. Plus, get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley, investing in our neighborhoods, boosting the economy, making the Valley stronger. But when it comes to their finances, where can they turn? A big bank that just sees another number? That's not good enough. Valley businesses deserve Valley support for payroll, credit, cash flow, and everything in between. Valley Business is Valley Strong. Learn how our cash management services can support your business at valleystrong.com.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
When you stay in your home, what you love gets to stay too. From the gardens that grow wild to the grandkids that run wilder. From the Friday night baseball games to the Sunday morning brunches. even the daily crosswords, and weekly book clubs. There's room for it all with help from Home Instead, the largest in-home senior care network with over 30 years of trusted experience delivering the peace of mind you deserve. Visit Home Instead online for a better what's next.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
It's the final days of the spring sales event. Drive home your new Honda before the deals and the new Hondas disappear. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at folsomlakehonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sacktown Sports.
Hey, welcome back. Shout out to Kyle Draper. You were doing the radio. I don't know if you heard this or not. I've never heard this before. When Zach LaVine was on his run late in the game, and I hope I get it right, Kyle said, I'm paraphrasing, somebody else might have the exact quote, but I'm going to get it pretty much right. He said, Zach LaVine is out here like COVID shutting down the city.
Okay.
I was like, wait, what? And I actually had to go rewind it to make sure I heard that correctly. And what? I cannot be the only one who caught that. Somebody else out there had out here like Zach LaVine is out here like COVID shutting down the city. If I got it wrong, someone correct me, but I'm pretty sure I remembered it correctly. Also, guys, this caught my eye yesterday too. We'll get into these highlights here in a second. I wanted to see if you can name the artist here because it actually caught my eye. I was impressed. I think you might be surprised. It's not Peter Gabriel.
I would not have guessed.
I would never have guessed.
I don't know who that is.
It's Harry Styles.
Oh.
One Direction's Harry Styles.
Sounds good.
I actually was really impressed. A lot of times I will scroll through and I'll see this is off the Howard Stern show. I don't know how long ago. This might have been a while ago. I don't know.
Isn't it weird how he's just like, hey, come on the show and sing, and I'll talk about how great of a singer you are.
I actually, maybe they do. I don't know, but I would watch. I think I told you that Paramount, if you have Paramount Plus, they now have all the MTV Unplugged on there, which is a awesome thing to put on and go back and watch. And I would watch the Howard Stern. They usually get, because they're usually broken down a little bit. And you get some pretty good performances there. Like he's had Paul McCartney come in. And, here's Paul McCartney singing yesterday. Oh, that's cool.
But like if you're to talk to a 28-year-old now, it's like, oh yeah, Howard Stern. He's the guy where people go and sing on his show.
Right. Yeah. They have. Yeah. Yes. They have. Yeah. It's a little bit different now than it used to be. Here we go. Domantas Sabonis getting the assist started early in Detroit.
Great pass to a baseline cutting Zach LaVine, and that was right on target and an easy rip for the Zach man. Kings back within 1 at 8-7. They played 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Very early in the first quarter. Sabonis was finding some luck. I shouldn't say luck. Some openings early. Here's a couple of back-to-back points.
Sabonis, dribble handoff comes to LaVine. Curls left, back to Sabonis. Slams for position, reach through, spins it up, and scores it. That's a magical take. He wanted a foul call, and he was barking over his shoulder to Trey Maddox because there was no whistle. But the Kings do score out of the timeout. It's 56-44.
Okay, so cut the lead to 12. Sabonis again.
Oh, it's Keon Ellis who was screened from us for the inbounds pass. Gets it to Sabonis. Sabonis now looks back to the right corner. LaVine has it against Sasser. Attacks the baseline. Goes to the rim. No good. Tipped in off the rim by Domantas Sabonis. Offensive rebound and the second chance bucket.
So we're still in the second quarter here. And Tim Hardaway Jr., who, as the son of Tim Hardaway, you may remember from the Warriors and the Heat.
I do remember.
You do remember that? Transition 3. It looked like Detroit might run away with this one.
Here's DeRozan falling to the floor. Lost the ball. Turnover. Cunningham into the paint. Kicks to the wing. Got a 3 on the way. Score it. It's knocked down on the far side of the floor by Hardaway Jr. It's the biggest lead of the ball game for the Pistons. They're comfortably on top now at 66-48.
DeMar DeRozan got warm in the second, and the Kings, as they were pushing a 20-point deficit, cut it down to, was it 10 or 8? I think it was workable at the half.
Yeah, it was 10.
It was 10. Going into the half, here's a Keon Ellis jumper.
Sabonis calls for the ball, gets it on the right elbow extended. Makes the pivot now with a left-hand dribble, hands it back to Ellis. Curls off the bounce, pull up. Got it. 10-footer. And the Kings are back within 10 at 68-58.
That's Keon's only basket.
Keon's only basket, and hey, good time to have it. They go into the third quarter, and again, it was a workable deficit. Zach LaVine takes over late, but DeMar DeRozan, he continued to be warm.
DeRozan on top, screen from Sabonis. Debo drives to the right, spins to the left, launches for 2 and nails it. He had a 22-point first half. He's now got 24 in this one. And the Kings are within 5 at 75-70.
And it wasn't just DeRozan and LaVine and Sabonis. There was some help off the bench, including a Devin Carter 3. Devin Carter 3, I say.
Carter with a rainbow for 3, and he hits nothing but net. Devin Carter starting to feel it here. He had back-to-back layup.
Very different shooting styles, but Devin Carter reminds me a little bit of Davion Mitchell. When he shoots, they both shoot rainbows. And when they go in, you wonder how they ever miss. But sometimes they miss.
Right.
But
yeah,
very similar.
He was good yesterday.
He was
they
very
needed him with Malik going out.
And then, Malik out, Keegan Murray out. Let's remember that as well. Jonas Valanciunas with a layup in the third.
Paint, 2 up fakes. Out to Lyles. Lyles drops to Valanciunas. 8 on the possession as he digs back on Stewart. Spin, gets around him, turns for the fall away and scores at baseline right.
And then this, you'll remember this section of the game, if you will. This is where I kind of thought, oh, God, here it's going to be that night because it's a close game. Pistons go up 5, but I think they had something like 700 offensive rebounds.
Both free throws are missed, but an offensive rebound on Tecchio. Second chance for the Pistons. Beasley circles on the wing, gives it up to Hardaway Jr. He misses the 3. Got a back tap, comes out to Schroeder, fakes the 3, drives in the paint, no look pass to the corner. Fontecchio for 3, no good. Another back tap to Beasley. Clean look for 3. It's in and out. Another back tap. Hardaway for 3. Buries it. And the Piston fans go nuts. Why not?
That's just a backbreaker type of play.
Off 2 missed free throws, so they get the second one or they get the rebound and started all that.
Yeah. So what would that be? That would be counting the free throws. I think a grand total of 5 missed shots.
Yeah,
and they still get the 3. It's like one of the. It's actually worse than the whole like great defense for 23 and a half seconds, and they do a fall away and make it. But nobody was angrier about that than Zach LaVine. And that really lit his fuse. He gets an and 1, follows it with a layup to cut the lead to 2. And then as time is running out in the third, Zach LaVine beats the buzzer with a triple.
Zach LaVine with 8 seconds to go, heads up the floor, looking for the lead at 5 seconds, at 4 seconds, tries to get away from Beasley. Jab step, launches for 3. He's got the triple. The Kings on top with 4/10 of a second to go in the third quarter. And the third quarter comes to conclusion with Sacramento leading at 97-94.
Okay, so LaVine's starting to heat up. And as we go to break, I think he officially caught fire at the start of the fourth.
Valanciunas pivoting at the top of the circle, gives to LaVine. LaVine frees up straight away, going for 3 more. He's got 3 more. Zach LaVine from downtown, he's up to 29. See how the Kings respond. LaVine feeling it, firing it, scoring it again. This was a deeper left wing triple by Zach LaVine that puts him at 32 points for the ball game. LaVine now going for it one more time. He nails it again. Oh my goodness, Zach LaVine is on a super heater. He is flying high right now in Southern Michigan.
That was, you said what, a 16-0 Zach LaVine run?
Yes.
An 18 of 20, did you say?
Yeah, 16 by him. Yeah, 16 straight.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hit safe or out. We'll finish these fourth quarter highlights for you a little bit later on in the program. Spoiler alert, Kings get the win. They return from the road trip 3-3, just like we expected. They lose in Orlando. They lose in Indiana. They lose in Washington. But they beat Charlotte, Cleveland, and Detroit, which is what we said would happen before they went on the road trip.
Backdoor sweep.
We'll take a break. When we come back, safe or out is next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
With Progressive, renters can save on protection for the things that make your place yours, even things that don't make sense to everyone.
People always wonder why I don't get rid of my guitar since I never play. But it's like, what if I actually end up taking lessons? Sure, I've had it for 8 years, but if I get rid of it, then what will my New Year's resolution be next January?
Exactly. So bundle your renters and auto and save with Progressive and protect the things that make sense to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
Lowe's knows that your business is built on speed and trust. That's why the Lowe's Pro Desk is here to get you what you need the moment you need it. We'll help you plan your project, calculate your materials, and pivot when your job takes an unexpected turn. And with our pro-only checkout and dedicated pro parking, you have what you need to tackle your job and be back on the job in no time. Just visit us at the Pro Desk. Lowe's knows pros. We help. You save.
Coach Doug Christie here for your truck headquarters, reminding you that every deal at Folsom Lake Ford is a slam dunk. Shop all your favorite models on sale now, including America's best-selling truck for over 47 years, Ford F-Series, plus a huge selection of Broncos, Bronco Sports, and all of Ford's award-winning SUVs at FolsomLakeFord.com. Listen, I know a great play when I see one. And if you want to save on a new Ford, you got to drive the lane straight to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall. Right now, buy any new Ford with 0 down on approval of credit. Save big with low interest financing, and Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your trade. So hurry to Folsom Lake Ford, a 6-time Triple Crown winner for sales and service excellence. That's why they're my trusted dealer, and they should be yours too. Tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you, or shop them online at FolsomLakeFord.com.
It's Carmichael Dave talking to you about my good friends at American Energy. You're in the Sacramento area. You know how the seasons work. They are a-changing right now. So American Energy wants to help you stay warm for the rest of the cold season, but help you stay cool during the warm season. Best way to do that, make sure your system is operating safely. So right now is the time to take advantage of half off a tune-up, $24.50. They cut that right in half, and if you want a diagnostic, guess what? You can't beat free. If it's free, it's me, and now it can be you. And also, it's the end of the season blowout. $4,000 off a new system plus any rebates. That $4,000, that's a direct drop from the sticker price. It's a great deal. Check them out at theaeway.com or an instant quote, or give them a call at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Tell them your good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Before we get to safer out, while he's taking a bite and we get his report, this just in out of Cape Canaveral, Florida. A day at Uranus just got a little longer. Scientists reported yesterday that observations by the Hubble telescope have confirmed it takes Uranus 17 hours, 14 minutes, and 52 seconds to complete a full rotation. That's 28 seconds longer than estimates by NASA's Voyager 2 spacecraft in the 1980s. This has been published now in the journal Nature Astronomy. So there you go. That's pretty big science news. 28 seconds longer. Chris, initial thoughts?
I'm not a rib guy.
Yeah.
These are very good.
Thank you.
And I used to hate when my grandma used to say this all the time, but it's the only way to describe it. Mm-hmm. I can feel the heat, but I don't think it's hot.
Could feel the heat. You know, I hope you're. This is the only way I can. Yeah, I hope you're hungry enough to be able to eat more than one, because what I did notice is some of the ribs, like I was saying, are hotter than the others.
So you want me to get like a feel?
I want
like
you
the
to
rest
get
of
a
them.
good, yeah, and then at the end be like, oh, okay, well, yeah, that one I had was whatever.
Rib 3 was fire.
Yeah, exactly.
These are very good though.
Thank you. Yeah, I was that's what was frustrating about it. I was very happy with the way the texture and everything turned out. It just, you know, my tongue was a literal fireball. But hey, you know what? It happens, right? So, anyways, and now that day is going to be 28 seconds longer at Uranus. So,
how was post ribs yesterday?
How can I say this? Because people are eating breakfast. It was a dab Monday, not a It was a dabbing, not a very sensitive. But you know what? Made it.
Touch the feel of cotton.
The touch, the feel of. Thank God for 12 ply.
So rib number 2, I don't feel has the spice of the last one.
Okay, so the one that you ate first is the spicier one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what are there, about 4 ribs in there?
Yes.
Okay. I think that's a good cross section. You can knock out 4 little ribs.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, let us know. All right. Well, let us know what question 1 is. Safe or out.
So
the
A's are going to win at home someday, right?
I don't know.
They're not on pace to.
They are on pace to go 0-81, which, can I just say, would be a huge story in baseball.
It would be.
Also, it would make it tough for them to make the playoffs.
That's true, too.
They got close. I mean, it was a good game yesterday.
It was much better.
1-run game, but your little running stat is the best in sports right now. They haven't at home had their first at-bat yet. Not one at-bat have they had at home without trailing.
Yeah, so yesterday the Kings ended. I think they went to Sharks coverage. Mm-hmm. So I go, oh, what about the A's? Mm-hmm. So in the national championship was on the N1 TV. I flipped over. I go, already?
Yeah, 3-0.
And they were still batting. The Padres were still batting. I'm like, wait. 3-0. Man.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
From the chat line, Trent has a great point here. all caps as well to make the point. Man's trying to eat ribs and you're making him read questions. You know what? That's true. So we're going to switch it up here. All right. I'll read question number 2 and then you go first. I'll go. Then you read question number 3.
Okay.
Let's give Chris some time to.
All right.
Rib 3?
Rib 3?
Spiciest so far.
Really?
And what level?
If on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being it hurts really bad and it's almost inedible, and 1 being I taste no spice.
6.
Okay.
And what was rib 2? Was probably
Rib 2 was probably a 3, and I would say the first one was a 4.
Okay. All right.
So we're ramping it up. But are you uncomfortable?
No.
Yeah, and I want to
Chris
stress,
can handle
because Chris can handle spice. Yeah. I mean, you generally can handle spice.
It's what happens when you're the white Mexican kid,
right?
And your family makes fun of you constantly.
And so you've kind of been raised with this thing where you're like, I'll show them.
Oh, that's all that was.
Yeah, exactly. And so I can't, I've got my family's dainty tongues can't handle, like I said.
Wasn't that your fantasy team name?
The Dainty Tongues. Yes, it was. Cholula and maybe even like Tabasco sauce is pushing it a little bit, but can still do it. Cholula, that's fine. Anything beyond that, just to give you an idea. Hey, Jason, question 2.
Yeah.
Did anyone see the beam lit from Sutter Health Park yesterday?
Question, answer, yes.
Yeah,
I got a picture from someone that went to the game and sent it. I saw a great one from Sean Cunningham that he put out on social media. Yeah.
I know Chris Watkins was at the game. I believe Frankie was at the game. Matt George was at the game.
Here's
Brendan Nunez was at the game.
Oh.
On my own personal text,
Look at
someone walking back to their car, beam towards the Tower Bridge.
So they're walking back to their car from the baseball game.
Uh-huh.
And in front of them is the lit up Tower Bridge and the purple beam. That's fantastic.
There you go.
And can I just and by the way, I have no knowledge of this, so if I'm spoiling something, I don't think I am. I actually got a note from somebody who knows things, not connected to the Kings or A's or any of that, but said, hey, could you ask the Kings/A's this question? So we used to do a thing where the Ziggurat, the money store building, the pyramid, they would charge like $75 an hour to light up the pyramid in a certain color. That's the absolute answer, right? If the Kings win, you get a purple beam. If the A's win, the pyramid lights up green. You got to do that.
Yeah, there's another building. So let me see if it's in this picture. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But I was walking back the first night I went, whatever that was, Tuesday night last week. And it would be going past the bridge, and it's a big building on the right. And it had green and purple lighting.
Really?
Yeah. I went, wait, is that always? I don't know if that's always been like that or if that was that for that night, because the Kings wouldn't have played if I was at the game, but I don't know if it was a symbol for both teams.
We made it for Mardi Gras, but we can't change them now.
I know, right? You got to do that.
Yeah.
And if you have the way, especially if there's a way you could do like the top half or half green, half gold, that would be even better. But there you go. You got two different. How great would it be to come into Sacramento, look at the skyline, and go, "Oh, Kings won, A's won."
Yeah.
Just by looking at the skyline. Question 3, your turn.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, it's you.
Chris ate his ribs already.
No, he's still chewing. Okay. I'm looking at him. Let the man chew.
After Jason disparaged
that's you,
Shohei Ohtani yesterday.
Yeah.
He fell just a double short of the cycle. Failure.
Yeah.
Does this prove he's better than Aaron Judge? Did he get the cycle?
He fell just a double short. But, I was talking to a lot of people yesterday that know a lot about baseball, and I saw it all over ESPN. They all said the same thing. They said Shohei Ohtani is actually better than Aaron Judge. That's what they say. I think it's a little more nuanced, Jason, but obviously Shohei Ohtani listens to the program, and you upset him yesterday. Yeah. So, I don't know.
Did the Dodgers win?
Did the Dodgers win?
No.
I don't think they did. I don't.
Aaron Judge's translator has never gone to jail.
Great point, Chris.
Can I just say, not that you know of? Not that you know of. You don't know that. Also, the best thing I saw yesterday, there were what is his number? Is it 31 or something? 51. At Oracle Park yesterday for the Giants-Reds game. There was a section of exactly 51 people to represent the number of Jung-Hoo Lee Okay, their center fielder. And on their shirts, it said, Hooligans. G-A-N-S. So he has a whole section of the hooligans.
51 of them?
51 of them organized. That was maybe the funniest. I love it when there's creativity. And there was definitely some creativity yesterday. And he almost rewarded them by going Yarderoni. And had that been the case, and I know we got a break here, Korea would have been on fire. Listen to how Korea gets introduced to Triples Alley. Welcome to Triples Alley, Korea.
Yeah.
Good luck. We'll take a break. When we come back, Kings finished the road trip 3-3 with massive wins. Who the hell are these guys, and is this sustainable? We'll get into it next.
Wednesday night, Kings and Nuggets. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 5:30. Tip-off at 7.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp now for free information on how to get started today. InventHelp provides invention services that help everyday inventors get started with their idea. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. Our services include professional materials needed to showcase your invention, and 3D animation and prototype modeling that help you demonstrate your idea. Get down to the details of your idea with a technical drawing. The InventHelp Data Bank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Take advantage of the opportunity to get started today.
Call 1-800-217-4380. That's 1-800-217-4380. Again, 1-800-217-4380.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Rocks Tech, Michelob Ultra, and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. More info at CITPFest.com.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is what makes us different from other law firms. At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether we need to file suit, or even take it all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to you and your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve. If you have an injury, just call Gingery.
It's the final days of the spring sales event. Drive home your new Honda before the deals and the new Hondas disappear. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Harbor Freight knows time is money. So for our spring Black Friday sale, we're getting straight to the deals. This weekend, you get 35% off jack stands, 56-inch roll cabs under $800, and 2,300 PSI electric pressure washers under $190. See? Straight to the point. So you can get straight to the savings. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight. Valid until April 13th, 2025 while supplies last. Limitations apply.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
Get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Visit O'Reilly Auto Parts. Offer in-store only. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it. Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
When you stay in your home, what you love gets to stay too. From the gardens that grow wild to the grandkids that run wilder. From the Friday night baseball games to the Sunday morning brunches, even the daily crosswords and weekly book clubs. There's room for it all with help from Home Instead, the largest in-home senior care network with over 30 years of trusted experience delivering the peace of mind you deserve. Visit Home Instead online for a better what's next.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Come check out Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Plenty of well-lit parking available, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. And remember, Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Sacramento Kings basketball.
Takes it to the rack and scores. The Kings have regained the lead.
The run to the playoffs.
To the free throw line, pulls up 15-footer. He's got the 2-pointer.
On Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Probably more of a conversation for the summer, Jason, but on one of the message boards over in Huddersfield. By the way, big match with Wickham today from the John Smith Stadium, 11:45 kickoff.
Yeah.
Huddersfield Town.
You can be distracted.
You sound like you're from London.
Oh my God, you're right. That's oh no.
Right during
they're doing this on purpose.
Yeah.
They
Twice
did.
in a row.
They did Steve sing during the match. Oh, my AirPod. I left my AirPods at home. So I'm going to be sitting there. You and I are doing celebrity birthdays together today as a feature. And I'm going to
just bring your phone up and watch it. I'll just go. Give us updates on the match.
I will 100%.
Yeah.
This is a huge match.
You can let everybody know what's going on. We'll do a little intel on Huddersfield.
There was a guy that posted. I thought this was interesting. He said, "I'm intrigued about American sports. It sounds like it's prohibitively expensive and not a blue collar / working class spectator sport. Were they ever?" Some about all American sports. Has that changed over the years? If so, when? It also seems like the match day is a full day out and thus the emphasis on the match day experience and making the stadiums and arenas more attractive for the fans. Is that correct? Does the lack of jeopardy in terms of no promotion or relegation make it more of a relaxed atmosphere in general with wins and losses? Finally, the one that has fascinated me the most is the franchise thing. How does that work on an emotional level? If, say, you supported the LA Raiders and they subsequently became Oakland or Las Vegas, do you still support them or do you switch to another team in your city? Even if that's another sport. In this case, I suppose the LA Rams, though I think they were St. Louis before, what do you do? Are the teams that have never moved regarded as better teams and better fans, or is it not an issue? Thanks in advance if anyone knows or has experience of these things.
All very interesting questions.
It actually is from an outsider's perspective. And the one thing that I don't, other than literally self-harming, I think that's the line that I've reached, and many I'm sure have, when my team suffers a heartbreaking playoff loss, loses in the Super Bowl, World Series, the Giants to the Angels, the Niners to, whoever, the Kings in the Western Conference Finals. I can't in my mind imagine being more devastated after a loss without literally slamming my sack in a car door. Like, that would be the line, right? Well, I'm just saying. But I will admit that the promotion relegation thing, I've said it before, is brilliant. And that's how you fix tanking in every sport. You will. And the fact of the matter is as we come to the end of the English soccer season, for example, you have the race at the top for the 2 teams that will get promoted, and then 3, 4, 5, 6 vying for a playoff for the 3rd spot to get promoted. But almost equally as exciting, you have the bottom 3, 4, 5, 6 teams that are fighting, because to get relegated down to another league is a devastating penalty. You have to let go most of your players. Your payroll goes way down. You lose the TV money. And at best, you play, in the best case scenario, you play an entire season in the lower league only to get promoted back to where you were before the following year.
Yeah, and could you imagine in this day and age of, I'm going to use promotion in a different way, promotion of the NBA of stars, if the Spurs, the year they're having with an injured Wembanyama, got relegated? Like, that's one of the biggest stars in the league.
That's exactly
He's
right.
Gone.
He's gone. We can't afford him. Or
no, he goes down.
Or he goes down into
with that team, and then you got to wait a year.
Well, some of these teams have contracts where they get to become free agents if the team goes down.
So there's
but then Wembanyama is now a free agent.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. Imagine
then the Lakers get him,
right? And that's kind of how it is. It's Wembanyama doesn't want to play in the G League, so he has a clause where he can opt out for a fee, and then the Lakers get him, but they have to pay the Spurs $150 million to purchase him, and then now the Spurs can take that $150 and spend it on players.
That's what I wish would come this way.
What, where you can buy players?
Because the toughest thing in the NBA making a trade is we have to make the contracts all work out and everything like that.
Right.
Where instead of okay, we'll give you this player for this much.
Yep.
This way we can get these 2 players that we want for the same amount.
I also imagine once a year, for example, this just happened about 3 weeks ago over there. Once a year, all the teams in the NBA have to release all of their financials, which show what their not by name, but it will show, for example, what their highest paid executive makes, how much they made in ticket revenue, concessions, how much they spent on players, and then you get the sum, which is usually some form of profit, and that's your salary cap.
Yeah,
you can use X% of that money that you made to spend on players.
I mean, there's some, and the other part that I thought was interesting was kind of the working class ticket prices. This has been an argument for 30 plus years probably, but as the home experience has gotten better as far as TVs, quality, choices at home, you almost wondered to get people at the game if those ticket prices would go down, but they have not.
But here's what's interesting. So, for example, in Huddersfield, and I'm sure this applies to any team in the EF and the English Football League, in Huddersfield, if you decide to not go to the home match, you want to watch it on TV, you can't. They're all blacked out, all of them. You can't watch.
We have just too much greed here.
They
would never let any of those things happen.
They protect their franchise and say, you want to watch the match, go to the match.
Yeah.
You watch the away match, you can't watch the home match. Yeah, they're all blacked out.
And then everyone gets caught up in attendance. And I was telling you yesterday, I was watching Yankees and Tigers.
Yeah.
So it was the Yankees in Detroit. Now, granted, it was cold. They even had some little bit of snow flurries during the game, so it was really cold. There was hardly anybody there.
Oh,
anybody. But a random Monday afternoon day game in Detroit, nobody. People are talking about the A's having, I mean, it still looks okay to me, but they're having less and less people there.
Right.
But there's some teams, Reds, Cardinals, it's man, baseball right now is not having people go to their games.
And if you have road fans, they have to sit in a certain section with security surrounding them, so they're not around the home team, so they don't all fight.
Yeah.
And say goodbye to the music. Say goodbye to everything in between. Say goodbye to defense. No, it is perfectly silent unless somebody scores and the PA guy comes on and announces it, and the rest of the atmosphere is the fans singing and chanting.
That is very much a Huddersfield Town thing.
Is it? Well,
that hasn't been my experience.
It has, to be fair with the bigger clubs, it has wiggled its way in a little bit, but I have found the predominant amount of fans look at fireworks and goal music as an insult. We don't come for that. We come for the play on the pitch. Don't spend the money on this because, again, it's the money. They care about it. Please don't spend the money on fireworks. That's money you could be spending on a striker. It's just a different way of thinking. Anyways, let's go back to the fourth quarter yesterday. DeMar DeRozan, his jumper got wet.
And the rebound was claimed by Devin Carter in Sacramento. And now it's getting close to fasten your seatbelt time. It's crunch time in Detroit. DeRozan for 2, just inside the free throw line. Scores. Add 2 more to his tally. He's up to 33 for the night. Inside 5 minutes to go. Kings leading by 3, 115-112.
They get a 3-point lead. It was a 1-point game before that jumper. They get a nice stop. DeMar DeRozan again.
Advancing. DeMar DeRozan shadowed by Dennis Schroeder. Keon Ellis waiting to get in, but hollering and sending hand signals to his teammates. DeRozan picks up the dribble, gets a reset from Sabonis, goes to the baseline, and scores 2 more.
Okay, another DeMar DeRozan mid-range jumper, shockingly. They're now up 121-112 after that third DeMar DeRozan shot. So they go from 113-112 to 121-112. That's a 9-0 run. Detroit would get another basket, and then Zach LaVine hits a 3. That's a 13-2 run, and then Zach LaVine daggers it here.
I'm sorry, it's LaVine who takes the feed now. Debo's in the left corner. LaVine now perimeter almost straight away. Launches. He scores the triple. It's the 8th one in 11 attempts. He's got 41 points in the building where he scored his career high of 51. That was in October of last season.
That would be the 12th, 13th, and 14th point of a 14-2 run. The Kings go on to close this out. And Jason, we're right back to where we were yesterday after the Cavs game. The Kings lose to the Wizards. They then go into Charlotte and win, which they were expected to, but they were also expected to beat the Charlotte. The Hornets actually had a better record than the Wizards.
Yeah.
And then they go into Cleveland and they beat them for the second time this year to sweep them. And then on the second night of a back-to-back, other than Denver, I can think of very few places I'd rather go into than getting beaten up and bruised in the Motor City in Detroit, which is a good team this year. And they go into Detroit. And did I see you tweet this, their biggest road comeback of the year?
Yes.
What a stat.
Yeah.
Last game of the year.
Yeah, 18 down to come back and win. I think they had a 20-point home comeback against New Orleans. So second largest comeback of the year. Keep in mind, no Keegan. And then Malik played 6 minutes. So basically you're without 2 key components to your team. LaRavia, too. I don't want to dismiss him. So, yeah, there were more things going in Detroit's favor and against the Kings, I would say. And, you know, from 18 down to whittle it and then to just have massive games from those 3, the big 3, I guess now, if we're calling it that. And it was great. It was really great to see.
So
improbable.
If they were 18 down, they won 127-117. That's a 28-point turnaround for this team on the road in Detroit. They actually got better the longer the game went on, which kind of flies in the face of getting tired from the second night of a back-to-back. And by the way, at the very end of a road trip where you're supposed to be the most tired.
And still played hardly any guys, major minutes for a lot of the guys too. And yeah, it's one of those things where this team has been so hard to figure out entirety of the season. We're here to game 80 on Wednesday, tomorrow, and it's still a tough team to figure out. But the part I was trying to say yesterday is momentum can shift so fast each way. And I think we were all about as down on the team after that Wizards loss. They win 3 straight. It just shows you what they're capable of when it's right. And right now it's right. But again, this is fleeting. It could be gone tomorrow.
Everything says you beat Cleveland, you beat Detroit, you're on a roll. These guys are clicking. Now you're coming back to play a Nuggets team that has lost 4 in a row. But then at the same time, the Sacramento Kings on their first game back from a road trip historically are terrible. the Nuggets have lost 4 in a row, and they're right in the middle of a dogfight for playoff positioning. You could make compelling cases literally on both sides, not even being a devil's advocate, for the Kings to both win and lose the game tomorrow against the Nuggets. I'll be very interested to see what Vegas puts as the line. They got to be throwing their hands up. I guess go to Golden One Center or tune into Sacktown Sports to find out.
Yeah, what would be great is tomorrow, if the Kings were to win.
Yeah.
It's a big if. And the Mavs are at home against the Lakers. That's Luka's return.
Yeah.
So let's do best case scenario.
Yeah.
Kings win.
Yeah.
Mavs lose.
That's a clinch, isn't it?
A clinch, and you clinch ninth.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd
be up 2 with 2 to go, and you've got the tiebreaker. So you could then rest guys if you wanted to for the last 2.
That's right.
If you wanted
it
to.
wouldn't mean anything. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's just assume for a second that the Kings beat the Mavericks. We're just, for the sake of argument, who do you want to face? Who don't you want to face? And what would you consider a success? 3 for Madness after a 30-second break coming up next.
Wednesday night, Kings and Nuggets. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 5:30. Tip-off at 7.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Well, spring is here, and it's time to kind of do that home evaluation, a little spring cleaning. How's your inside of your home looking? But how about the outside? The first thing people see, it's your home, it's your garage door. How are your garage doors looking? Well, it's time to kind of do that evaluation, and we did that. We have brand new doors from the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento. Part of it was how old the doors were. We've been in our home for 20 plus years. The home was built a long, long time ago, and we had doors that you literally had to manually lift. It was not a problem, but not as convenient as it could be. So now we've got rolling doors that look smooth, that look great. We've got windows at the top. It's just a better look. So the curb appeal is better. We're happier with the look of our home. The return on investment, too, for what you spend to get kind of that improvement on your house, all of it is worth it. Now we can open our garage door with the keypad on the side, a remote, or through the app. So it's so convenient. And like I said, whether it's curb appeal, return on investment, all of it was done by the great people at the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento. We've been doing this in our area for 70 plus years, serving Sacramento and 9 counties around the area. And you can see for yourself about their inventory, about the garage door, the style that you like, that you'd like to upgrade your home with. You can go visit their showroom on Franklin Boulevard. While you're there, ask about the Sacktown Sports Special and really take it all in and see what this company has been doing for our area for a long, long time. You can call them at 916-421-3747. The Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, the genuine, the original overhead door. Always look for the red ribbon logo.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
I find myself almost feeling bad for Russ in the chat line. You can go into YouTube and go to Sacktown Sports. I don't know what it is with him, but so like when he and I have generally agreed on where we think the Kings are going and are this year, but when the Kings are even winning, it's almost like I used to date a person once and she just lived for drama. And when there wasn't any, no, not well, and not that. And there would be times when there was no drama, and I would often say to her, "You're creating this drama because you have to have it in your life." And I feel like Russ is kind of the same on the chat. He is in a perpetual state of full-throated arguments. Just the last 2 months, yesterday and today, he's arguing with somebody about how Keegan Murray sucks. He thinks he sucks. He's arguing with somebody about caloric intake and fat and all. Just raw. You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. Your IQ. So, and I'm thinking like, God dang, dude, that has to be exhausting at some point where you're just turboing through on a morning show sports message board, just with your sword out like Braveheart, just taking on all comers in a constant state of fight. And just switch to decaf, bro.
Sounds fun.
Also, I missed it, but
High on my own drama?
MC said earlier, and I missed this. I think we were talking about the ribs. He said you should go on Hot Ones. No.
I would fail.
I've done the Hot Ones challenge for me and my friend.
Did
we got
you?
All of them. And we went
so you can get all 10 of the sauce. You can buy all the sauces.
You could get them by each season.
And did you make it to the end?
I did make it through the end.
And how was the experience, Chris?
How well do you know about hot ones, like the specialty ones near the end?
I mean, I just know that like they show the Scoville numbers and it's like 10 billion is the last one.
So for like the first, I believe 7, I was good. Like it was getting spicier, but like I didn't need water or anything like that. Then Da Bomb, which is their big one, that like I had one wing and it was like someone took like a hot piercing needle and put it through my tongue.
How is that fun? You did not enjoy the experience. It was more.
That was fun.
It was more of a challenge. Would it be like when Jason does his little? When I said his little, that sounds dismissive. When Jason does his insanely amazing Ironmans, right?
I did it.
When you do your cute little
I know. I realized how that
There
sounded
because
I knew it was a half, and that's what I meant. But yeah, like
I did one.
I can't imagine doing that, right? Like that's insane to me. I don't know. Was it fun or was it more? It couldn't have been fun. It had to have been like rewarding, and the experience was amazing.
Yeah, but there was some fun in there.
Was there some fun in there? Okay.
I'm not saying it was like sometimes you're going, man, this is rough, but yeah.
Why did I agree to this?
Would you be willing ever to perhaps this summer relive that on the air? If I made the wings and you brought in the sauces.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
I was wondering why you gave me that look, Chris. I was like, this isn't complicated.
I'm like, that's mean.
We just have a little swimming pool and a little stationary bike.
You did the swimming part.
Jason's running in place. Got a little number bib.
Yeah, I would be for it.
You would?
Yeah.
I think that would be amazing for YouTube. Just watch Chris go through each one.
Oh, just me?
Yeah.
Well, there's no way.
No.
What number do you think it would break Dave and I?
2?
No, because like the first like 3 aren't even hot.
Yeah, but I'd be embarrassed if I'm like, okay, number 2 is really burning my mouth.
I'm scarred for life because when somebody who likes spice says something like, it's not even hot, that's usually code for it's going to burn the hair off your legs, dude.
Yeah.
But to me, it's fine.
Like the first 3, I think, are lower than Tabasco.
I would say this. Here's what I think Jason and I could commit to. Like, we'll line up the wings and you eat them one by one. And then we will see. We'll take like a little spoon and put a couple drops of the sauce on it and like touch our tongue to it until we can't take anymore. Like you can cut off whenever you want, but
tongue?
I would do like, here's the first one. Oh, that's a little okay. I can.
I think that's hotter than putting it on like an actual.
Probably.
Is it?
Yeah, like putting it on something is better than just on its own.
All right, question 1.
Oh yeah, we're doing this.
Yeah, we're doing that.
The Clippers, Warriors, Grizzlies, or Nuggets. If the Kings make it past the Mavericks, who would you want to play?
All right. So again, jinx aware. This is just a fantasy question. If the Kings were to get in the play-in, if they were to beat Dallas, who would you want in the second round? God, I think at this point, here's how I would rank them in order of who I would most want to least want. Probably the Grizz, the Clips. This is a tough one, man. The Clips, the Nuggets, and the Warriors. But I could flip-flop the Clips and Nuggets really, really easily.
Okay, there's 2 things here. One, there's a team we're missing.
Who am I missing?
Because it's the team I would pick, the T-Wolves.
Oh, how did I do that? Sorry.
I don't know.
Oh, that's a great point right there.
Not that I want it, but I feel like the Kings could go to Minnesota. They've had one twice this year. Doesn't mean they'll do it again.
Okay, I put them. I go Memphis, Minnesota. You go.
That's fine.
Okay.
If I switch the question to this, the Kings are going to win. What's your order?
What do you mean? Like the Kings are going to win against
I'm telling
Dallas?
you, Basketball Jesus came down. No, he told me they're winning that second game as well.
Oh, so guess who they beat?
No, they're winning 100%.
Okay.
Who would you want that to be?
Warriors.
I knew that's where I was going. Like, I think the pain of losing to them, and they're pretty good, would be rough. But if you told me for sure they're going to win, that's who I'd want.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, 100,000 trillion percent. Yeah. No.
But I also go, I don't know that they're going to go down there and win.
But also losing to them. And
no, it'd be awful.
I don't need a 3rd year in a row of Warrior fan in my Twitter mentions, dude. It is exhausting. They're throwing crayons and God knows what at me. I don't. I don't want any part of it. Then their media gets involved. It's just.
Yeah, that was weird. That first matchup in the playoffs, the media fight.
Dude, that was just not great.
I didn't see that one.
All right, number 2, please.
Question 2.
Okay. Which team would you least want to play?
The Warriors.
Yeah.
I because I think they beat us. And yes, you're right. Beating them and knocking them out 2 years in a row would be. I would rank the following things I would like to experience in the playoffs the most. Number 1, winning a championship. Number 2, knocking the Lakers out in the Western Conference Finals and avenging. Number 3, knocking the Warriors out at any point in the playoffs. So that is up there. But also losing to the Warriors 2 out of 3 years and getting sent home by them would be the worstest.
Here's the funniest thing about your scale, because we know how this works, and we all have our complex here in Sacramento. So along that journey, they knock out the Warriors. Everything on national TV is like, what happened to the Warriors? Where did it go wrong? Not rewarding the Kings. Then you knock out the Lakers. LeBron, Luka, does it not work?
Right.
You know, blah, blah, blah. Then whoever it was, like if it was Boston.
Yeah. Jason Tatum did it.
Did you see what the Kings just did?
Right.
But no, it'd be.
That's where we'd kind of hope for Cleveland, obviously, in the finals. But then the entire thing would be like, NBA ratings, does it even matter? Are you even going to watch?
Watching?
Yeah, no Steph, no Draymond, no LeBron or Luka, no Tatum, no Brown. Is it even really worth? And then Stephen A is going to get me like, I'm not watching the finals. This sucks. I'm running for president.
Right. I would just say, I would say the same. Warriors would be the one least want to play.
Number 3, please. 3.
Would getting the 8 seed and getting beaten by the Thunder be a successful season in your mind?
All right, I'm throwing a yellow flag in the air because it's 7:25. I know we have to break, and my answer is longer than this. Can we pick that? We're going to do some Kings post game audio when we get back.
Stretch.
Yeah, I think let's stretch this because this was messing with my head yesterday, and I think there's levels. Would getting the 8 seed and getting beaten by the Thunder be a successful season in your mind? Just to preview, my answer is maybe, but there are some parameters. We'll get to those after this.
Domantas Sabonis plays here.
He finds Sabonis. Put the frosting on the cake. Put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a 2-hand flush makes it 114-106.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Well, for the A's to have any chance of contending this year, it will start with starting pitching. And besides the tough outing by Joey Estes in the home opener, and looking back at the Seattle series and led by offseason acquisitions Luis Severino and Jeffrey Springs, the A's starters went 23 2/3 innings. They allowed just 14 hits and 3 earned runs. Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business with reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solution, and Wi-Fi backup. Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. For details on special offers, including free professional installation and up to a $500 Visa prepaid card on qualifying internet bundles, log on to business.comcast.com. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Spring is here, and that means gigantic savings for all your oil change needs at Jiffy Lube today. Get a $25 gift card with the purchase of any Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change through May 31st at your local Jiffy Lube service center in the greater Sacramento areas. And don't forget about the additional $30 off online coupon at jiffylube.com. Terms apply. Valid email address required. See pennzoil.com/rewards for details. Jiffy Lube, a huge spring savings for you today.
I love this time of year when the azaleas begin to bloom and the singing birds' sweet dawn chorus remind us that blue skies and sunshine are at hand. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. In sports, the definition for the word master is one who's achieved a high degree of skill, and that will be on display in the highly anticipated golf tournament. In the furniture business, a master is a highly skilled craftsman, an artist even, whose work is coveted by those who appreciate design, quality, and durability. John Keyes was the mastermind of Naturewood Home Furnishings. He knew that you wanted your home to reflect your personal style, whether that was a plain coffee table or a masterpiece for you to enjoy forever. That's why when you walk into Naturewood Home Furnishings, you'll find the largest and best selection of the highest quality home furnishings in Northern California. Masterful. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
On Sacktown Sports.
From the 916, did you see Jack Black on SNL in the Flaming Hot Cheetos commercial? No.
I did.
I saw him in the Flaming Hot Preparation H commercial, though. Yeah, that was...
I think that and Ego on Weekend Update was about the only good things.
Wasn't that the Weekend Update where they said, and people out here ain't, and then the audience said the bad word? And they all, that was fun. Question at the end of 3 for Madness was, would getting the 8 seed and getting beaten by the Thunder be a successful season? So maybe, because I think there's parameters that go into that. Let's follow that line.
Okay.
Especially if the Kings won, let's say, 2 of their last 3, which would include a win over either the Nuggets or Clippers, likely to do that. Or knowing the Kings.
Well, yeah, that'd have to be one of them.
Yeah, I'm saying, but knowing the Kings, they'd beat the Clippers and the Nuggets and lose to Phoenix and whatever.
Yeah.
Then you would have to have beaten Dallas. Then you would have to have beaten Minnesota, Memphis, Golden State, whoever you face, to get into the series with the Thunder. At that point, I'm kind of neutral on the season. Like, I think you have to do some long thinking in the offseason. Are you, and that's going to be very confusing to a lot of people. What are we? Do we build on this core? Do we make some adjustments around the areas? Or do we go all in and try to retool this team? Now, if they play Oklahoma City and they push them to 6 or 7, so now follow how this has happened. They beat Detroit, they beat Cleveland, they swept Cleveland, they swept the Houston Rockets, they split with Boston and shellacked them in Boston. Then they finished on a nice run. They won 2 play-in games, and they played the best record in the NBA. And in order to get to 6, you're probably getting a road win in there. But even if you're getting, even if you're getting 2 wins in there, whether it's road or home, you're turning it into a series. A lot of people are saying, wow, they gave them all they could. I'd have to seriously consider, especially since 2 years ago, they were the 3 seed and took the Warriors to 7, which technically the Kings were upset in that series. Then last year, they couldn't get past New Orleans. They were out there. You advanced from last season, and you did all that by trading coaches, by trading your star player, by having to deal with all kinds of injuries and working people back in. I could definitely see both sides, but I'd be a lot more optimistic going into the offseason.
Yeah, I think it's this season is having similarities to last year, and I think we kind of forgot where they were. There were some really bad losses at the end of last year. It's like last year, remember, we'd said it yesterday, they were hosting Detroit late in the year and just had a horrific home loss.
Yes.
Things that where they just kind of limped in, and they were the 9th seed against the Warriors.
They lost 5 of their last 7, to your point.
So they were 9, and disappointing from the year before. And the feeling we all had when they beat the Warriors was a pretty good high. And part of the explanation was, well, they were injured. They didn't have Malik. They didn't have Herter. And, they were just trying to hang on. But beating the Warriors was pretty significant. And then they go to New Orleans with plenty of optimism. And to me, it's all kind of how your season ends. And so at that moment, had they beaten the Pelicans, and no matter what they did to the Thunder, which I assume they would have lost, but who knows, I think we would have felt differently. But the second they lost that game, it just was season's over.
Yep.
They were 3 last year. Like, it just kind of felt, so I think it's all kind of indicative of how the season ends. And most likely that's with a loss. But is it in the 9-10 game? Is it in the road game that you're talking about in the the 7-8 game, or in that series. And I think if you get to a series, all things change, because at some moment, barring just something where you're shellacked in 4 games.
Sure.
But there could be competitive 4-0 sweeps, as much as painful as that is. We will either have hope, optimism, watch the team play well, or, I mean, unless it's just completely one-sided, I think we would think differently if they just get into the postseason, I think. And then I think they should get a little bit of a benefit of the doubt, a little. You don't have to go overboard. But to what you just said, Dave, I mean, they changed coaches mid-season.
Yeah.
They moved on from their best or biggest star player, and it's kind of been clunky even after that. So it hasn't been a smooth transition. And some teams it works faster, others it takes longer. I'm not saying, hey, give this 2 years, but it's like, will it get better? I don't know. I don't see this massive ceiling, but in fairness, sometimes you have to let it play out a little bit.
And I also think that the way the season ends, let's not forget, it's going to highly dictate. I don't think Monty McNair and Doug Christie's jobs are set in stone right now, especially Doug's.
Fair. Right.
I think Monty is, I would say, 70-30 today, 70-30 going to stay. You hear more and more that he, he's got a contract, he's got a couple more years on it. It's less likely Monty moves than Doug, but I think Doug's going to have. Again, we're sitting here after 2 wins in a row. We could be sitting here 3 days, 4 days from now, and they lose the next 3 and going, you got to move on. But I really think it's that day to day. And I don't know that a good franchise needs to operate that day to day either. It's either there or it's not.
Right.
But Doug's going to have a compelling case at the end of the year. He's going to be able to say, hey, look, no matter what happens, they could lose the next 3 and lose in the play-in. And he could say, look, dude, I almost had these guys at 500. My record's above 500. We had to integrate all this stuff. We traded away Fox. I had to do what can I do with a training camp in a full season? Right. And by the way, I'm Doug Christie. I've been here. I've got the respect of the players, which he does. After the game yesterday, G-Man talked to Domantas Sabonis.
Right across the way here. I'm in the second row. I'm in the peon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Front court.
Katie and Kyle have the front row seats. How good does this feel right now?
Feels great. This was playoff basketball, toughness. We're fighting the whole game, so off of back-to-back two big teams, I'm proud of this team, and we got to keep building.
What has triggered the resiliency and the turnaround? Because this trip started on a pretty grim note, Domas.
Since the trade, everything, guys are putting in the work. Guys are watching film. I've said it before, just because it didn't work out in the beginning doesn't mean it can't. We got a great group of guys. Everyone's trying to make each other better, and maybe that's what's taking some time. But, these last 2 games were a lot of fun.
Last night, you, along with LaVine and Debo, ended up scoring 92 points. Tonight, I think you ended up with 99 between the trio of you. That has got to be so satisfying. But tell us what it's like when you're on the floor. You're in the midst of creating your 10th triple-double of the year, and you're seeing LaVine just light it up from downtown.
That's what I've seen going against him in my 9-year career, so I'm just happy he's on our side. He's starting to figure it out, come off, and shoot. I'm going to get him open, and he doesn't have to hesitate. Just be him.
What does it mean to you in terms of getting a 10th triple-double this season?
I'm just happy he came with the win. We're at a point in the season where everyone matters. We got to try and get that 9th seed, to play at home in front of our fans.
3 games to go on the home floor.
Yep.
And this is a big step in the right direction.
Yep.
We'll see how it plays out starting with Denver.
Thank you.
Rest up if you can.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Domas, what a delight this guy is.
I feel like Domas loves G-Man, also wanted to hit the showers.
Yeah, he was like, I'm done.
Yeah,
We had a long road trip. They felt like they were gone forever.
Yeah, which it seemed like they were. 1-800-912-1140. Roger, good morning.
Hey, good morning. A lot of people in my family and friends are King fans, and they had given up that they couldn't beat Cleveland, they couldn't beat Detroit. You got to stick to course. I give the players 100% credit because they got to do it now because fans are going to be up and down, but the players have to get it done. And I'm really happy for them because that very few people in Sacramento had them beating Detroit and Cleveland.
I didn't.
And Well, I'm just saying. I'm talking about.
No, I'm saying I'm with you.
About.
I didn't have him winning. I had him losing both. Yeah, a lot of people. I think most people thought they would lose to Cleveland and Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, I got a lot of family that love the Kings, and they're up and down, and I hope they do well next week. And Dave, I'm still waiting for that biscuits and gravy so we can sit down and talk about some cheesecake business.
Hey, man, you know what? I appreciate you, brother. That's our cheesecake guy, Roger.
Cheesecake Roger.
Exactly. No, he's been look, here's the thing. It's nothing. Roger probably thinks I'm avoiding him. And I'm not. I just don't like people for the most part.
But you like Roger?
I do like Roger, but I don't want to go. I don't email me. It's nothing personal.
So if he emails you, then what?
I'll email him back.
He wants biscuits and gravy with you.
Yeah, I don't want to. It's just, I don't.
Wow.
I mean,
thought you guys made fast friends.
How often do the three of us gone? Like, you guys are family to me. How often do we go eat biscuits and gravy? Like, we'll eat it here.
Yeah.
It's not like we're palling around.
If we were to do it on Friday, that would be the first time ever.
Yeah, right. Like, it's nothing against Roger. It's just in general. I leave. I just go home. I don't.
Maybe that me asking you to golf. Maybe you.
No, that's different. Golf is different. Golf is different because we're doing something. Well,
you're eating.
You're eating, but you're also, it's conversation. Do you ever see As Good as It Gets with Jack Nicholson? Yes. I'm kind of like, I'm a little bit like, it's exhausting. Not with you guys, but it's exhausting. And then let's say Roger and I made a date to go have biscuits and gravy. Roger seems like a perfectly wonderful human being.
Yeah.
It is nothing to do with Roger. I would be thinking,
not you, it's me.
That's exactly. I would be thinking about it all week. Then the day would come. Like, let's say it was today.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
you'd be getting the sweats.
I'd start thinking of excuses. Like, can I come up with something that doesn't jinx something? Then I go, well, like,
what if I do something that's going to cost the Kings?
That's right. Well, no, but it would be like, I'm not a big fan of like using my kids or like a family member as an excuse.
Not a big fan, but you have.
I mean, my kids, yes. I don't mess with my mom, but my kids, yes. And then we go. It's fine.
You're in the hospital. What? No, yeah, I mean it's a school play. What? It's just basketball. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a big like let's go get lunch guy. Let's email me. I know that's weird. I get it. It's exhausting talking about it right now. Ashley, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Ashley, you want to go to breakfast with Dave?
I would love to.
Oh, that's great. You know what? I'm going to have Jason sit in for me, though. I'm going to New Orleans next week. Go ahead, Ash.
Okay, I'm fine with that. But I just wanted to talk real quick. You guys were kind of talking about the ceiling of this Kings team. And I just want to bring out the point real quick that with the Thunder, when they traded and got rid of Westbrook and Durant and Harden, all that, a lot of people didn't think they got enough back. And a lot of people thought that the additions they made, like Paul George and all that, it wasn't a high enough return. And they ended up flipping that into what they have now. And so even though we might not see a way to get from where we are now to where the Thunder are, it is definitely possible to do with the right moves. Now, I know that, Durant and Harden and Westbrook all have more value than, say, LaVine and DeRozan and Sabonis, but with the right moves and maybe trading some of them for some draft capital that we use in a productive manner, then we could easily not see a way to do it right now because we don't even have those players in the NBA right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's the job, thank you, Ashley, of a GM is you have it's like if you ever played draw poker and you get dealt 5 cards and then you want to draw 3 and you hope you get 3 better cards, but you could also get 3 worse cards. That's you're moving and shaking and going back and forth. I just don't know if they know what the hell they have right now. Yeah. They have a team that can beat Cleveland and they have a team that can lose to Washington. That's what they have right now.
Yeah, they do.
We'll take a break. When we come back, well, you heard G-Man say it. LaVine, Sabonis, DeRozan combined for 99 points yesterday. Do the Kings officially have a big 3? And can that big three not only sustain that level of scoring, can they sustain that level of energy throughout the rest of the season? I don't know. But if I was them, I might get home, sleep, and shoot a call to my friends at American Energy Heating and Air, because right now, they'll give you a tune-up for half off. It's $24.50. If you want a inspection of your system, that's free. Free, I say. All from a company that's been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ Better Business Bureau. I tell you that each and every day. That's called branding. We're branding. But also these people care. They really do. They just replaced my furnace and my AC unit a couple weeks ago. Couldn't have gone smoother. Couldn't have been more friendly. Just great people. Give them a call. Find out for yourself. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy. Making the uncomfortable comfortable. Do the Kings have a big three? And your calls at 1-800-912-1140. I see Javier. I hope there's a trade idea there from him. I always look forward to those. We'll do it next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ooh, ma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
When you stay in your home, what you love gets to stay too. From the gardens that grow wild to the grandkids that run wilder. From the Friday night baseball games to the Sunday morning brunches. Even the daily crosswords and weekly book clubs. There's room for it all with help from Home Instead, the largest in-home senior care network with over 30 years of trusted experience delivering the peace of mind you deserve. Visit Home Instead online for a better what's next.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
It's the final days of the spring sales event. Drive home your new Honda before the deals and the new Hondas disappear. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at folsomlakehonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Are you ready to unlock your business's potential? Hey, I'm Alan Stiles, and you can do that with Roxas Technology Solutions. Their mission is to empower growth through cutting-edge, reliable, and scalable technology. They tailor solutions to enhance efficiency and foster innovation, ensuring your business thrives in the digital age. Located in Sacramento, their dedicated team is ready to partner with you for your long-term success. Transform your business now. Go to roxtech.com. That's WROXTECH.com. Rox Tech. Tomorrow's technology at your fingertips today.
waking you up with the best in local sports.
And just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Well, just had an interesting break. So I don't ever really check Instagram. It's the one thing I don't really do. I have an account. But that's where
you get lost in there watching videos.
It's Facebook, where I was kind of the same thing. I'll just flip through the videos. So, anyways, I went on there because that's how Roger. I went on there like a couple weeks ago. I had like a bunch of messages from Roger, so I was going to send him a nice note, like, "Hey, man, it's not you. Love you. Love the show. You know, that type of
Send me an email."
Well, I go on there and I go into my. It hits me with my mentions first, and it says, and it'll give you like people that it suggests for you to follow, right? And so it has like a couple of follow requests there, like you should follow this person. And the first follow request is my daughter's Instagram account. Now, to be clear, I don't know how I feel about this because I have a very strict, you're not allowed to be on social media rule.
Apparently not.
I did make an exception for her to make a private account for the school band that she, you know, that she could do like band pictures and stuff. But this whole thing was you're not allowed to, no pictures of you. You know what I'm saying? You can do so well, I don't even want to say what it is. It's a picture of her conducting from the back of conducting the band. But she has 324 followers. What the hell is that? Who are these 324 people? And why are they following my kid? I don't know.
I find it very funny.
Uh-oh, here we go. Chris is about to point out a hypocrisy with me. I can tell by the tone. Go ahead.
Pat, you said, hey, you can't have any pictures of yourself on your social media.
Yes.
Meanwhile, your social media is filled with pictures of your daughter with thousands of followers.
I would say 99% of that is Facebook, though. I generally am a little more personal on Facebook than but you are correct. It's a whole, I don't want to.
And Facebook doesn't count anymore.
It really doesn't.
It does not.
It really doesn't.
I only keep it for the mentions of, wow, I said that 13 years ago. Ugh, delete.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. I'm going to have to start. I just know I'm going to have to start accepting things. She was like, well, I have to have an Instagram account for college. You know, that's how a lot of people find roommates and stuff.
All right. I've just got a would you rather for you.
Oh, God. Well, I didn't know this was going to be an anxiety show.
Would you rather
go to Javier at 1-800-912-1140? Go ahead.
Yeah. Go to breakfast. What is it? Biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy.
Not just with Roger, with someone that's a listener of the show, or have your kids on social media.
Breakfast. Yeah. I would go to an Airbnb and make breakfast with nothing but listeners in there. Then if that meant my kids would be 100%. Without a doubt. Nope. And a lot of people are, the
Carmichael Dave Show getaway. Breakfast with Dave.
Yeah, exactly. Now they're picking up on that. Here's my wife now. Okay, hi guys.
They're awake.
Now it's a thing.
Morning.
Yeah, she's telling me who they are. Well,
all 324.
Yeah. Well, she's saying the categories.
Jessica A.
Yeah, like they're from school or they're from this camp that she was at or whatever. Fine. Then if you're in the car and you're listening, Avery, I sent your request because I'm locked right now because it's private. I would. Now I sound like that ant commercial. Like, hey, did you get my Facebook? Did you get my Instagram request? Yeah, go ahead and accept that, please.
Expire.
Because like I have to approve. If she wants to download an app, either of the kids, it sends it to me for approval so I can know what the hell they're downloading and all that. So it's kind of what?
I'm like just picturing you with like your glasses, like, oh,
there's no glasses. But yes, there is a
someone wants to get Battle 6.
Right? Like, what is this app? What are the reviews? Is it by a reputable company? And then just finally to wrap that up, because yes, a lot of people on the chat and on the text line
I would say I think it is more healthy for kids in school not to have social media.
Yeah, it is 100%. Not healthy. And I tell them all the time, look, I know a lot of parents out there, especially my age, they say no to the social media, but they can't speak on it. I'm like, no, I know social media. Don't do it.
Is there a certain kid that you point out to your kids? Like, do you guys want me to be like Derek's parents that just lets them do anything?
This is kind of like, this is going down a bad direction, dude, because this is where stuff gets out of context and people actually think I'm a bad person. Like the whole Roger thing. Like, if there was like a recording in my house of like the things I say sometimes about like their friends and their parents, you would think I'm the worst person in the world. 100%. It's so bad that normally I'd give like a basic example, but it's going to hit so close to home.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so worried that one of their friends might be listening or their parents that I don't want to do it.
Gotcha.
But I will say things like, you know, well, blah, blah, blah does it. Yeah, well, blah, blah, blah hasn't seen her dad in 5 years. What? What am I even saying? Right, right. Exactly. Like,
I can just give it Chris there.
Well, blah, blah, blah wore that. Yeah, well, anyways. And then finally, look, just to wrap up the whole biscuits and gravy thing. Really, that I just blew the whole segment. I've tried 5 times to get off this track. We used to do live shows all the time. This is not a thing that's always happened. Chris will vouch. We would do live show. We would do anniversary shows every year at Players or Mandangos. We would do UFC live shows. We did the most live shows of anybody on the show. I just think throughout the years, I have become far more closeted, hermited than I used to be. I see people out there. You want all the live stuff. That's where like Whitey and Kyle do that. Alan's great at that. Deuce and Mo do like live concerts. Damien and those guys are all those are your people. I'm the guy that I'm the boring one. I go home and hide.
But sales, if you sell it, we will go somewhere.
Yeah, damn right. We'll take a break when we come back. Let's get to Kings Rewind, top of the hour. We're going to talk about this big 3 as well in there. We'll pay that off and get involved with both of those. You better accept my request, Avery. I know you're listening. Have a good day at school, kids. We're right back after this.
Stay up to date on Sacramento sports. Join the Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit sacktownsports.com.
Hey,
that's me. Oh, Gonzalez Law.
Yeah.
That would be me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Jonathan Gonzalez, a lawyer right here in downtown Sacramento. He is local. He is a guy that you can reach out to and talk to, and he's not one of those corporations where you see those commercials for lawyers on TV and you just never can get to that person, that figurehead that you see on television. So when I'm talking about Gonzalez Law, I'm talking about SacLegalDefense.com. And whether you're looking for questions that you might have, whether you think you need representation, go to SacLegalDefense.com or call Jonathan Gonzalez. Again, right here in our community, has been very effective for years and years and years and continues to do more of the same, wants to help, has helped, whether it's a wrongful termination case, an auto accident, sexual harassment case, whatever it might be, or you want to just get some of your rights back, something you did in your past that is still following you that you kind of like it cleared from your record. He helps with that, with expungements as well. So the point is, it's someone here that if you have some questions or you think you need representation, Jonathan Gonzalez is your guy. You can go to SacLegalDefense.com.
Every day when we're on the road, people around us endanger themselves and others by looking at their phones while driving. There's the sneaker-peeker who darts their eyes between the road and their texts, or the nightlighter who illuminates their car after dark. If that's you, reconsider before you find yourself becoming the fender bender-er, the got a ticket-er, or worst of all, the driver who killed someone. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9861. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9861. That's 800-575-9861. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-848-1331. That's 800-848-1331.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
It's always nice when you're coming back into the room and one of your bosses says, "Hey, come see me when you get a second. I got something to tell you." And it's going to be something completely, it's probably something about the meeting today. You know, like, hey, when you do celebrity birthdays, pick this person. I don't know, whatever. Here are the prizes. But here I am. I'm like, oh, God, we're going to 6 hours. We're
starting today.
Anyways, I don't want to get in the way of this one. We'll take your phone calls for Jiffy Lube Drive the Game, by the way, right now, 1-800-920-1140. I want to get to Javier very, very quick because we got to do Kings Rewind, but he's been very nicely holding on. Good morning, Javier. You're on with Jason Ross and Christopher Lott.
How are you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
All right. So, have you ever got, or at least from my standpoint, since the second to last season, Luke Walton was the head coach, man, these WTF moments like this is just crazy how it can't be the 16-17 tanking Wizards, but then be, the Cavaliers and, the Pistons back to back. But, I digress. I was trying to call before you guys got three for madness in, but, my questions, I wanted to see what you guys thought. Would they finish, in your estimation, 2-1, 1-2, 0-3, and in the play-in, 0-1, 1-1, and 2-0. And my last thing is, you want the trade proposal, Mr. Carmichael David. Not, it's all good.
Yes.
DeMar DeRozan, Devin Carter, and Jonas Valanciunas. 1 to 2 first-round picks and spin the tires on a, begrudgingly unhappy star, Zion Williamson. Just a stretch, why not? Because who knows how the summer's going to go. But I'll let you guys discuss that off there, and you guys have a good day.
Thank you. DeRozan, Carter, and a couple of firsts. Valanciunas. That's 40-something million. I don't know if those contracts work on Zion's. I think they probably do, or right around there. For Zion, I don't know, I'd look at it.
Yeah.
You and I have always been kind of fascinated with that.
Yeah, I've talked about Zion for a while. My thought is, like, if I was in New Orleans, it would probably be the move that would either keep me as the GM or get me fired.
Yeah.
But I think I would have traded him from New Orleans perspective.
You're taking a swing.
Yeah. And because I think he's still a commodity for sure, I think you could get a lot for. But he hasn't played enough, and that would also now be the Kings' problem.
That's right. And if it works out, you're a genius.
Absolutely.
And if it doesn't work out, you're fired.
Yeah, the risk, it's a big risk reward. Yeah. I think the risk is, the reward would be awesome. If you got him to play 60-plus games, he's phenomenal. But if he's playing 12 a year, it was terrible.
Yeah, then you lost the trade just for Jonas Valanciunas alone.
Yeah.
So, all right. Kings rewind. Great game last night. Big win starts right now. Win.
Well, things change fairly quickly around the NBA. The season can seem long and arduous, but Monday in Detroit marked the final road game of the regular season for the Sacramento Kings.
This used to be my playground.
It used to be my childhood dream. Also, can we take a moment here and just all... Nope. Okay. Never mind. I didn't want to spoil it. Okay, good. Go ahead.
Well, the first road game, just for some perspective this season, was way back on October 26th in L.A. against the Lakers. And amongst the Lakers starters way back then included Anthony Davis and D'Angelo Russell for the Kings, Kevin Huerter, De'Aaron Fox. They got the nod while the team was coached by Mike Brown.
No one knows what you're talking about, you idiot.
What?
Chris told me before the show that one he was going to play. There was one that he was going to play that was going to be mean to me. But he said it wasn't him doing it. It was Rewind doing it.
It's the Rewind. It's not me.
Let me say that again. While the team was coached by Mike Brown.
No one knows what you're talking about, you idiot.
Could that have been a shot at Mike Brown because they tuned him out?
Yes.
Then you fast forward to late December, and the Detroit Pistons paid a visit to Golden One Center.
That's Rewind.
That was fast forward.
Oh.
Yeah. This would also be a benchmark for the season as the Kings lost that game in the most painful way. They gave up a 4-point play with under a second to go to lose by 1. It was their 5th loss in a row, and it would prove to be Mike Brown's last game and maybe the start of the end for De'Aaron Fox.
Fragile ego, fragile body, weak mind, weak spirit.
In the most painful way?
Yeah.
The back of a Volkswagen? Somebody's got that. Somebody knows that reference.
That takes us to game 79. The last road game of the year as the Kings are closing in on a play-in opportunity while Detroit has skipped that step and is going right into the playoffs.
Oh, good for you.
Well, the Kings were once again without Jake LaRavia and without Keegan Murray.
Are you hurt?
Yeah, I got caught on the top of the fence. Check out my calf. It's like Scratch City. How about you?
I'm fine, except I was impaled on a metal pipe.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Keegan's tough.
He is tough.
Both teams got off to hot shooting starts, but it was the Kings who owned the first quarter lead at 38-37.
I felt like I was on a spaceship. And I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
In the second quarter, the news got worse for the Kings as Malik Monk, after just a few minutes of action, went to the locker room and would not return with an injury to his left calf.
Have we displeased you, almighty God in heaven? Do our lives mean nothing to you?
Patrick Stewart money.
Even more undermanned, the Pistons took advantage of the Kings and opened up an 18-point lead.
I can't watch this anymore. It's over. Turn the lights out. Let's get the bulldozers in here and turn this place into a parking lot.
I've seen enough.
I've seen enough.
By halftime, the Kings did some damage, though, and made it to a workable 10-point deficit.
Yeah.
The third quarter, it was filled with too much good stuff.
Gross.
No.
Jonas Valanciunas recorded a double-double in just his first 8 minutes on the floor.
We have the meat.
That's so awesome.
The Kings won 2 challenges. Good job, Doug Christie.
What happened here was a miracle, and I want you to acknowledge it.
All right, it was a miracle.
10 points, 12 boards, an assist, and a block in 13 minutes.
Yeah, and he did the first part in 8 minutes.
That's insane.
It is. The Pistons also had a frustrating sequence for the Kings when Detroit missed both free throws, got the offensive rebound, then missed a 3, got the offensive rebound, then missed a 3, got the offensive rebound, then missed a 3, got the offensive rebound, then buried a 3.
Anyways, I'm going to go cry in the bathroom. Peace out, homies.
Zach LaVine was warming up, though, and we know that when he scores 22 points or more, the team is now 10-3.
Well, why didn't you tell the rest of us? Why did you keep it a secret?
That was mean.
Yeah, heading into the fourth quarter, the Kings had erased all of the 18-point deficit and opened up a 3-point lead. From the late third to the early fourth quarter, Zach LaVine got on a super heater as he scored 16 straight points.
Bean.
He got lots of help from DeMar DeRozan, who couldn't be stopped either.
I'm glad D-Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him either.
Add in Domantas Sabonis with his 50th triple-double as a Sacramento King. The Kings would win on back-to-back nights and win the back end of the road trip to split a bizarre 3-3.
How bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre.
So that means that's 3 beams in a row.
Abracadabra.
What?
Okay. First beam seen at Sutter Health Park. Unfortunately, the A's couldn't follow suit.
Good to see somebody who doesn't buckle under the pressure. Good to see.
That was surprising.
Yeah, they have trimmed the magic number down to 1 to clinch the play-in.
Abracadabra.
And now all that is left is 3 straight games at home, starting with Nikola Jokic, Michael Malone, and the Denver Nuggets on Wednesday.
We're going to get hungry, and we're going to forget our manners.
So there you go. Now you know what happened.
Yes, well done. Michael Malone and the Denver Nuggets coming in for the No Balls, No Class Classic. Coming to Golden One Center later this week. The No Balls, No Classic.
No balls, no class.
No balls, no class. Oh, I in the 2 minutes we have left, this is like, let me just preface this. On the surface, this is such a dumb statement. Nobody take it out of context. But honestly, it's happened enough to where I start wondering, are the Kings better when they're missing players?
Funny you say that. I brought that up to Henry yesterday. I said, are they, and I kind of worded it like, are they better when things are against them? So either the other team's fully healthy or has the schedule advantage, or, you know, the Kings lose a player during the game or have 2 players out. They might be. They're like when everything is laid out right.
Right.
Like, oh, they're rested. Everybody's here.
Right. Yep. But, and look, they're obviously not a better team without Domantas Sabonis or without Malik Monk or without Zach LaVine. But throughout this season, and I keep thinking it's got to be that if X or Y player is out, that means the team has a different look that the other team didn't prepare for or watch film on. So you're catching them off guard with these different looks, and they have to adjust on the fly. That's the only logic I can see. They're obviously not better without a Domantas Sabonis or Malik Monk.
And I don't know if it just happens like if they go, well, okay, to your point, like Sabonis is out and DeRozan.
Right.
Oh, my goodness. How are we going to – then all of a sudden there's Keegan's more aggressive and Carter plays well. And like, because everybody kind of has to, but you kind of wish you could put that all together when everybody's there.
So obviously they had Keegan Murray against the Wizards and they lost.
Right.
And then they didn't have him against Cleveland or the Pistons, and they won.
Or LaRavia. And the 2 games against the Cavs, they didn't have Keegan or LaRavia this time. The time before, they didn't have LaVine or Sabonis.
They must be the problem.
Yeah.
They're all the problem. All of them. All right, quick minute break. When we come back, Kings win the last 3 of the road trip. Doug Christie has thoughts. We'll get to those right after this.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Save $12,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Silverado 1500 LT at the Maida Chevy Silverado Supercenter after all rebates.
And Maida Chevy still has one of the largest selections in the Sacramento area.
With $12,000 off new Silverado exclusively at the Maida Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
5 savings must trade in 2011 or newer. Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers.
Made a great deal at Maida.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the ultimate lunch lineup boasts wall-to-wall sports and scenic views. When you're hungry and in a hurry, the Scratch Kitchen delivers lunch in the clutch. I mean, where else can you order a 29-degree draft beer and a quickie combo on your lunch break? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and vocal.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
So remember when we came back in the last segment, I said it's always good when your boss says to you, hey, come see me when you get a chance. I got something to tell you.
Yeah.
And I said something like, there's like a 90% chance it has something to do with celebrity birthdays. It's like prizes or whatever, but it could also be you guys are moving to 6 hours, May 1st. Well, we have a correct answer. Starting May 1st, I don't know a way out of this. It's obviously not removing to 6 hours. I just don't have a good transition. It's prizes.
Oh, okay.
It's prizes for our celebrity birthdays today.
Oh, how many do we have?
2.
Oh.
So we'll be doing 2. Apparently, Pat and Tom are doing 2 things, and you and I are doing 2 celebrity
Tom
birthdays.
gave me a look today that I didn't appreciate.
Why?
I don't know. I was walking down the hall and he was closing the door and he's like looking at me like,
so now we only have 2?
You got to pick the 2 best.
Okay.
I know. Unless we want to do it where if you have, or you could have 6 and then we divide the room in half into like teams like you originally said.
Yeah, but we can't give it to a team.
Oh, that's a great point.
I mean, you don't have to say what, but
they're pretty good. I mean,
don't give out exactly what they are, or can you?
So I don't want to give that out, but you know, there's some food, and they're food. It's food from 2 well-known, foods, food places. Now that our old market manager's gone, we've got trade.
Yeah.
So
I wish you would have said that.
I know. I screwed up my speech so bad. I will never forgive myself. Anyways.
Yeah, because I wanted to pit people against you.
That we could still do.
Yeah, but you can't win. But maybe we'll see.
Win Carmichael Dave's gift cards.
Yeah.
New game.
And then you just call on like 3 other people like we do here. So like all guests. So like Christopher Lodge.
But what if you win?
Oh.
I'll have a couple of people ready.
Yeah, then have a few others. Then it pushes. Then nobody wins. Yeah. You got to beat me to get the gift card.
Okay.
What's up?
Will you have a movie for me just to give you an example of how this works, Chris?
On this day,
what year did A Kid in King Arthur's Court come out? And it's like, 1995.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
I should.
I love how they still have not officially asked Jason to participate in this.
I finally heard about it yesterday.
Oh, okay. So the day before, you're running the contest.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
This is great.
Yeah.
And then lastly, before we move on, Chris, get used to that. Tom of Pat and Tom is so old at this point that sometimes, if you ever notice, old people just give you weird looks. It's not that they're angry. It's usually they don't understand what's going on. Yeah. And they don't like you.
He could have been ready to sneeze.
And I had to look up what year A Kid in King Arthur's Court came out. I was right on.
Were you right?
I know it was one of those things like, Chris, I'll set you up. I don't have to set him up.
You don't have to set him up. He'll just know on the fly. All right. Doug Christie knows what's going on when it comes to his guys and what they do when people like Malik Monk, kind of like what we were talking about, are out. You got to step up.
Really, really big and good win for us from the standpoint that Malik goes down after a few minutes, and I mean across the board, guys stepped up. Zach and Debo Karius Domas with a triple-double. And, that is a really good, well-coached, physical team at home at the end of a road trip. And those are the type of games that if we want to think about doing what we've talked about, we must come in and play and compete at a high level, especially after back-to-back. So super, super proud and excited for our guys.
Well, they made, bless you, they made adjustments for sure. They were down 8 going into the half, and they had cut it down after being down 18, and it looked like the game was going to get away from them. So what the heck did Coach say at halftime?
To just, not back down, stay with the physicality. We're not complaining to the referees. We know how they play, and we come here to win a ball game. They got going in the first half, and we hung around and hung in there and just make sure that we came out in the second half and hit first. And I thought the guys, after scoring that many in the first half, you come out and you hold them to 45. They did a really, really solid job.
Zach LaVine did the solidest of all jobs, as well as DeMar DeRozan and even Domantas Sabonis. They combined for 99 points between the three of them, but Zach LaVine stood out above all.
When he gets a heater going, it's a different type of heater. It's, you just want him to touch the ball every time. So we were trying to create ways for him to get it, knowing that they're going to be physical. They're going to top block in the corners. They're going to blow up DHOs. And guys found him, and he found the game to his credit.
DHO stands for dribble handoff.
No. Okay.
Heard that.
Sure.
Finally.
Designated hitter
overture.
Yeah,
it's a song. Here's Doug on why do the Kings lose to the Wizards and then reel off 3 straight. What the heck?
The basketball universe, man, is it's an interesting thing. I mean, life in general, but I tell them sometimes you get what you need and not what you want. We want to play well all the time, but obviously in that moment, there were many things with us that needed to be discussed and needed to be, that's a part of our game that needs to evolve as well. And I think it took a low point like that to make us address it. And I told them after the next win, after that loss, and we go to Charlotte, I said, listen, I'm super proud and impressed that a group of young men can come together and discuss things like men, and then go out and trust each other enough that the word action.
Sorry, Doug.
Those are powerful, powerful things, man. And when you get a group of people that believe in each other, that trust each other, that love each other, and I know that they do because I hear them on the plane, I hear them on the bus. I haven't heard this type of communication like that since I played here, and it's been a long while. But that type of love can carry you through a lot of different things. And make no mistake, in this NBA, there's going to be ups and downs. But if you want to be able to stabilize the ship, you got to lock arms and hold each other accountable and love each other up.
How do you not want to walk through fire for him?
Yeah.
How do you not want to walk through fire for that guy? And he said it. You don't always get what you want, but sometimes you get what you need, Jason.
Yeah. That's what he's saying there.
You think he was channeling Rolling Stones there?
I don't know, but that's a phrase I know he said before, and I was thinking of that because, honestly, that came to my mind of a weird thing of all things last night for Houston, the national championship game.
Yeah.
Did they need that? But, I mean, that's just the way it works sometimes.
Did Houston need to win that?
No. Did they? I mean, you kind of get what you need.
Yeah.
And so, but Doug's
reference. Try real hard.
Yeah.
If you try
Doug's
real
references, they probably had to go through that with Washington to get to that other – I said it yesterday. G-Man kind of said it. Look, it hasn't really been reported, but they had a team meeting, and not that all team meetings solve everything, but Doug's kind of referring to that like they just had some really good open communication after that loss, and maybe that is what they needed at that time. And obviously, since then, they've been much better with 3 straight wins.
I think there are differentiating different takes on that take, and the philosophy is always quite interesting. What was the Garth Brooks song?
Friends in Low Places.
It was some of God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers, which is a very similar sentiment, that there are times when you think you absolutely, this is the worst. I think we can all think about times in our lives where it was the worst thing ever and everything was going to suck. And how would I ever recover from it? And then years later, you look back. When I got fired from the station, I always say that's the best thing that ever happened in my career. But at the time, wife wasn't working, 2 kids, 3 and 2. I had no income.
Terrific for you.
I know what the hell I was going to do. I remember being inconsolable for like 3 days when a girlfriend of mine I was living with dumped me and moved out. And I honest to God, I mean, look at me. I honest to God thought I'd never find another girl again. And then I ran into her like 4 years ago. I mean, God bless her and all, but I was like, thank you, Jesus, for that. Because I wouldn't have Melissa or Avery or Mason.
Yeah,
these little forks in the road we take all the time. And obviously we're talking about serious stuff, and that's basketball. But to his point, sometimes it doesn't look right in the interim, but in the long run, you go, thank God we got our asses kicked.
Right. Like the great Yogi Berra. If you see a fork in the road, take it. Yeah.
He's so great.
Yes.
We'll take a quick break here. When we come back, let's take a look at the national championship game as well. Another title for Florida. Also, as we do every year with the Masters teeing off this Thursday, I've got your updated concession prices at the Masters. We'll take a look at all that, have some fun next.
The Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, athletics, and Republic FC with the Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SacktownSports.com to join.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your team and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Listen for the Toyota Tahoe Report every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with Johnny Mosley to get the latest weather conditions in Tahoe throughout this snow season. Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Rocks Tech, Michelob Ultra, and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. More info at CITPFest.com.
Looking for fun for the whole family? Sacramento Rivercats Baseball has it all at Sutter Health Park. Enjoy exciting baseball, kids' activities, tasty ballpark treats, and more. Family memories start here. Get your Rivercats baseball tickets at rivercats.com.
It's Carmichael Dave talking to you about my good friends at American Energy. You're in the Sacramento area. You know how the seasons work. They are a-changing right now. So American Energy wants to help you stay warm for the rest of the cold season, but help you stay cool during the warm season. Best way to do that, make sure your system is operating safely. So right now is the time to take advantage of half off a tune-up, $24.50. They cut that right in half, and if you want a diagnostic, guess what? You can't beat free. If it's free, it's me, and now it can be you. And also, it's the end of the season blowout. $4,000 off a new system plus any rebates. That $4,000, that's a direct drop from the sticker price. It's a great deal. Check them out at theaeway.com or an instant quote, or give them a call at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Tell them your good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Hello, Sacramento. I'm Emran Pilati, owner of True Sports Cards and Collectible Store here in Rockland, California, and the host of the True Sports Cards Show that airs right here on Sacktown Sports 1140 every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. where we discuss the latest trends, hottest products, and deliver exclusive interviews with other industry leaders. And don't forget to visit our shop, True Sports Cards, at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland and see what we have for all your sports card and memorabilia needs.
There's no better time than now to get yourself into a brand new Jeep because it's Jeep Adventure Days at Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, offering the best deals in town and a selection other dealers are jealous of. Stop on by. They're just off of Business 80 across from Hagen Oaks Golf Complex. Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Spring is here and summer's just around the corner. Is your child's smile ready to shine? Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics offers expert care for checkups, braces, and more. Schedule online at kidscaredental.com. That's kidscaredental.com. Bright smiles are just a click away.
Like, honest, oh my God, I'm actually turning red right now.
You are.
I really am.
I can see it.
Probably one of the worst things you've ever told me.
Hey, Dave, would you like to share with the class? Wow.
I need to do better at the whole, it popped into my brain, filter it before you say it thing.
I forgot to say this to you last week, maybe it was 2 weeks ago. You did one of those things. You said it on the air, and what was so great is Chris and I both reacted, and you're like, I'm too comfortable. And you kind of even mumbled it too. It was like, yeah. And at least we weren't on the air for that.
That's what it was. I've said it many times, man. That's how I'm going to go down. It's 100% when the gravestone on my radio career happens. I'm going to be that guy that just something popped out of his mouth because I was too comfortable. And
he said, what?
If you did say that on the air, I would have dumped you.
Yeah.
Why? I didn't even swear.
Well, then you could say it.
I would. I just don't think people would understand the context.
They wouldn't understand.
I don't want to do. Okay. I just don't want to do that to the audience.
Just because
we'll save it for the meeting.
Yes.
Let's do that bit at today's meeting.
Great bit.
By the way, it starts at today's meeting starts at 11:30.
Yeah.
What are we supposed to do for an hour and a half? Practice?
No.
So is there a piano or maybe some karaoke in there?
Ooh.
Yeah. Jeez.
Oh, back to King's Rewind. I thought you're gonna when I played the Madonna song, I thought you're gonna say the thing about her and
I was.
So I said wait.
Yeah.
And then I played the Elton John song.
Yeah, that's what I thought you might say something.
And you just let it go.
Oh, I think I didn't put it. I was gun shy at that point. I got you. Yeah. Who knew that Madonna and Elton John were beefing?
Decades long feud.
I
Right?
didn't even know until you two brought it up this morning. I didn't heard that.
How'd Bono know about that?
I read something yesterday about they finally put their feud to bed. And I was like, what? What feud? I knew Eminem and Elton John were beefing once. I'm sure Elton John's had other issues with people, but I didn't know Madonna and Elton John were beefing. What if it's a stunt and it's a preview for a tour? Madonna and Elton John tour. Who would open? Who would open on that tour?
Madonna.
That sounds like an anatomy class. The Madonna. No.
Madonna tour.
That would be one of those ones where they just have to keep switching on and off.
I would hope they would also do some collabs.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You think Madonna could pull off Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me with Elton John? I think so.
Sure.
No one's going to top George Michael. Rest his soul. Anyways. Concessions, Masters. You can't get in. Good luck. Good luck.
The game of golf.
Now, if you go to the merchandise shop, you're spending a ton of money. That stuff's expensive. The merchandise doesn't count. But
I know. I've been into the St. Andrew's gift shop.
Yeah, it's not cheap, right? But the food, we do this every year. Masters tees off Thursday. You want an egg salad or a pimento cheese sandwich? Which, by the way,
I'd prefer the egg, but I'd try the cheese.
I would.
Stinky.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere near the egg salad because gross.
What?
Gross.
No,
love an egg salad.
Yes, thank you, Chris.
No, come on.
All right,
guys.
Chris and I are going to make egg salad sandwiches and bring them in for you to try.
Please don't. I've tried. It's like eating. Look, I'm sorry. It's like eating a fart sandwich.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, and it smells like it. It stinks. It stinks. I don't want to eat food that stinks.
Fish?
Stinks. I don't eat fish. I eat
sushi.
Sushi doesn't stink. It doesn't have a smell. No, for real. I'm serious. It doesn't have a smell. That's why I eat it. Part of the reason I can't eat cooked fish is because it smells like fish. I don't like fish smell in any form. But when it comes to egg, dude, eggs are disgusting smelling. Hard-boiled eggs, egg salad, it stinks. The closest I can get to eating a food that stinks is broccoli. Because it doesn't stink that bad.
Asparagus
stinks the next morning.
Yeah. What if most people like the smell of bacon, but could someone say that stinks? It's a good smell to me.
It has. I mean, maybe there are people out there that love the smell of eggs. But here's the thing I've never heard before. Someone's like, oh, God, Jason, it smells like bacon.
I haven't either.
No. But your term, one of the great quotes I've heard from you, I think it was the first time we ever hung out, was smells like McMuffins.
Yes.
You weren't talking about the muffin.
No one had egg McMuffins.
No one had egg muffins.
Not at that time.
Because it smells like egg. I don't want to, no. But what I will do, Chris, that text last night worked really well. So tomorrow night, if you remember to do the same thing, I will, because you can pre-make this whole thing. It's simple. I just get a loaf of bread, and then I'll make a big vat of pimento cheese tomorrow, and then I'll bring it in on Thursday. Jason's never had a pimento cheese sandwich.
I've never had a pimento
How about
cheese
Wednesday?
sandwich.
Not tonight?
Oh, I can do it tonight. You want? I just figured Thursday.
Yeah, with the golf. Yeah.
That's
I
when the
got
golf
you.
tees off. Yeah, I just figured, we could play the song and all that. It'd be a fun little thing. Yeah, I'll make pimento cheese. Yeah, I'll even, not only will I make pimento cheese sandwiches, I'll make them traditional. I'll even cut the crust off and then cut them into little squares, like little
Crustables.
Yeah. So you can get a pimento.
Can we make egg sandwich?
Nope. Why you look? I can't stop you. I'm just saying this whole entire room is gonna smell like someone's having.
It was not fun when Ken Rudolph would bring his hard-boiled eggs.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You can't.
And then he complained about my oranges. I'm like, really?
Oranges?
There's oranges smell. There's a scent to them.
Yeah, it's orange.
Right.
It's really mixing with my eggs and tuna right now.
Who complained about Ken?
Yeah.
About oranges? You know what you say to him? You say, hey, dude.
Actually, he might have complained about my tuna sandwich, Chris. Maybe it was that.
Tuna, maybe. Okay, yeah.
But he had egg and I had
That's
tuna.
fish. Yeah. Oh, that room must have. Poor Damien. Dear Lord.
Yeah, a little bit of a
you can't, orange is orange. Like, good luck. Go out and find a household cleaner that's egg scented. But I can find one that's orange scented.
Oh, we were talking about crumble cookie shampoos. Maybe
egg scented shampoo.
Egg salad.
Try it as a cologne. Oh, it smells like egg salad. It's so ravishing. Yet you're never going to hear that. You can get the egg salad or the pimento cheese for $1.50. For either. Yeah. If you really want to spend some cash, a pork barbecue sandwich, the Masters Club, which is a club sandwich, chicken salad on honey wheat, ham and cheese on rye, a classic chicken sandwich, or a savory tomato pie, $3 each.
Ooh.
Yeah. Breakfast is served till 10 a.m. $2 for a blueberry muffin, $2.50 for fresh mixed fruit, $3 you get Master's Blend fresh brewed coffee, chicken biscuit, and a breakfast sandwich.
So breakfast is more expensive than lunch.
I guess so. Also, why don't they sell Master's Blend fresh brewed coffee? People like me buy the hell out of that.
Just for the gimmick?
Just to have it, yeah.
Deviled egg scented candle.
I will eat a deviled egg, but I'm very finicky about those. And by the way, deviled eggs, they don't give off as strong a smell as egg salad. They do give off a smell.
Yeah, but you just said hard-boiled egg. That's it. That's what that is.
But in the process of the hard boiling is what I'm talking about. Or if you ever peel them and then put them in the fridge and you open your fridge and it's just like, oh, it's like your fridge had enchiladas the night before. When you open it, just wafts. Soft drink. It's like in Poltergeist when the door pulled off and her hair blows back. Soft drinks, bottled water, fresh brewed tea, $2. If you're a drinker like Chris is and you want a domestic beer, the Crow's Nest, or an import beer, same price. White wine, of course, $6.
That's very good.
It's very good. Southern cheese straws. Sounds like what you'd name your group of friends. Georgia pecan caramel popcorn, $2. Yes. I hear the Georgia peach ice cream sandwich is really good. That's $3. And then if you want peanuts or cookies, $1.75. Apple slices, $1.50. Look, I want to go to the Masters for all the Masters-y stuff. I would eat so hard, dude. Yeah. It would be like before you go to a buffet, you prep, you like don't eat, you know what you're doing that day. You want to grab something for breakfast? Nope. The whole week, I would not eat probably a single thing outside of Augusta National. I would eat 100% of my meals at the Masters. Because I don't even know. Could I go through $20 a day?
That'd be hard to. Those
legit hard to do that.
But you could do breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
For like $10.
Yeah.
Dave, do you eat corn nuts? Again, the smell.
Yeah.
I also can't stand Fritos. The smell. They're disgusting. If somebody eats Fritos and talks to me, I know they've had Fritos at any point during the day. Nope. Fritos smell gross.
They smell gross? They have a smell.
I don't like the smell of corn chip. I also don't like the smell of chewed peanuts either.
Chewed?
Like if somebody's been eating peanuts, it gives them a little bit of the ptosis. I'm just saying, it's like peanuts are like the onion of the nut world.
Really? Did not know that.
Yeah. Like macadamia nuts, not really a smell.
Okay.
Cashews, not really a smell. Peanuts, smell. Almonds, not really a smell. Unless you're getting one that, like, if you eat one of them wasabi ones.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but like even smokehouse, somebody talks to me. I'm not saying I want their breath to smell like barbecue, but it's not an unpleasant odor.
Yeah.
Whereas, egg salad almonds, not a good flavor. Florida is your national champion. The tournament was weird, man, in the sense that it wasn't weird at all. With the exception of the Final Four, and when I look back at the big memories of the tournament, I go, okay, it was pretty chalk. You had Houston's big comeback. That was probably the biggest thing of the tournament. And then the way the whole thing ended, I know it was midway or late in the second half. Florida took the lead at the free throw line, and the announcer said Florida has led for 17 seconds this entire game. Took the lead. I don't think they gave it up after that.
No, by the end, I think it was 1:04.
Yeah,
their total time. And they're champions.
And that's what Florida. You said that in your email. That's what Florida did pretty much the whole tournament. They Milton Berled it. They showed just enough to win each game. They were in trouble. Probably 4 different games.
At least 3. Yeah.
Yeah, and by in trouble, I would count that as tied or behind in the second half.
Yeah, the one I was certain they were going to lose was Texas Tech. Maybe 3 rounds ago, and they were down. They were cooked.
Yeah,
and they had a great comeback in that one. But I think about the last sequence where they didn't get the shot attempt.
Yeah.
This is 100% Monday morning quarterback or second guessing playing it at the end. I have no problem with what, I guess they were trying to get the 3, maybe eventually is what they were going to settle for. The guy who went up to shoot and then realized he was going to either get blocked or and then drop the ball and kind of tried to shield everybody.
Box him out.
Made 100% sense if he could play it over, maybe just grab the ball and get the violation just because it would have left time. But I mean, that's totally now saying, hey, you should have done that differently in the moment. Like that was such an unprepared for type of play. I mean, that's where coaches always tell you have to get a shot is better than no shot. And for it to end that way, they had 4 turnovers in their last 4 possessions.
Did they choke? 4 turnovers in the last 4. I hate it too.
That fits
especially with kids.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't have like when people go 12-point lead, but there was, the last 5 minutes, it was like a close game. But I mean, it was on them to win it, and they didn't. So I guess
here's how it ended.
Pryor, 6 seconds to go. 5 seconds to Sharp. Top of the key. Lost the dribble. He's got to pick it up. It's scooped up by Condon. Condon secures it. And Florida found a way. From 12 down to the school's third national championship in men's basketball. 65-63 the final. The Florida Gators are the national champions once again.
Good job, Florida.
Yeah.
Yay.
Congrats.
Super happy for you. We'll take a break. When we come back, hey, who's hot? I don't know. Who's not? Also don't know. Let's go streaking. Well, we'll see how that goes. Jason, you're trying to start a streak. I'm at 1. Chris, the big winner right now with 3. We'll see how that works out. And if everybody can extend themselves, coming up right after this.
Wednesday night, Kings and Nuggets. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 5:30. Tip-off at 7.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
The Napoleon Stainless Steel Prestige 500 connected propane grill with infrared side and rear burner is a dynamic evolution in grilling. Featuring Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity, it brings you closer to your grilling experience than ever before. The Napoleon Connected lets you monitor temperature, set timers, and receive high temp warnings all from your smartphone. With temperature probes and LCD display, you'll always know exactly what's happening inside your grill. Napoleon's LED control knobs even illuminate for nighttime, entertaining and feature safety glow. Napoleon Grills. Simply the best.
It's the final days of the spring sales event. Drive home your new Honda before the deals and the new Hondas disappear. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Spring is here, and that means gigantic savings for all your oil change needs at Jiffy Lube today. Get a $25 gift card with the purchase of any Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change through May 31st at your local Jiffy Lube service center in the greater Sacramento areas. And don't forget about the additional $30 off online coupon at jiffylube.com. Terms apply. Valid email address required. See pennzoil.com/rewards for details. Jiffy Lube, huge spring savings for you today.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture with daily use.
Hey, fellow Gen Xers, it's Elizabeth Banks. Big news! The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the charge. After all, we gave the world the internet. We're trailblazers. Let's lead the way again because we are at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Head to vaxassist.com and schedule today. That's vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You've heard the saying, penny wise, pound foolish, right? It means you do something that will save you a little bit right now, just pennies, but that ends up costing you pounds in the end.
People put off tuning up their furnace because they don't want to take the time or spend the money to get it done.
But it only takes 90 minutes and costs just $87, which is just pennies compared to the huge problems and expenses that can rack up if you don't get your furnace tuned up.
You'll also save money on your energy bills, and your system will last longer.
So don't be penny wise and pound foolish. Call Bell Brothers for a precision tune-up and professional cleaning today.
Our number is 916-444-1234, or find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com.
The No Surprise Guys, Bell Brothers.
How Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Hey, Chris.
What's that?
Who is hot?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would like to know. I want to know. Dave wants to know.
Oh, then I'll wait for him.
Okay. Hey, Dave, you wanted a better smell?
Yeah.
Let's smell that.
Yeah, hey, fabric softener, heck of a smell.
It's not the scent you think it is.
No, it's great.
Yes.
You could rub it on like a little cologne.
Yeah, I found it in my sleeve.
But that's right. Walter Clayton Jr. is hot.
He is.
In his 6 games in the NCAA tournament, he had 134 points, 24 free throws made, 23s made, 20 assists, 3 blocks, and he won 6 games. There have only been 2 other Division I players in the last 20 years to hit all of those numbers over a 6-game span, and they are
Kemba Walker.
No.
Michael Jordan.
No.
20 years.
Oh, 20 years. Sorry. Sean May. 20, no.
Maybe.
Mario Chalmers.
Anthony Davis.
That would be Stephen Curry.
Davidson.
And Damian Lillard.
Was going to say that.
Oh. I thought the 6-game win.
Neither one of those was during the tournament.
Oh.
You know what else you can do is you can take you ever have a thing of Vaseline at your house and you microwave it enough to where it turns liquidy, right?
Okay.
And then if you have like a favorite cologne or something, you spray like 10 sprays in there, right? And then you mix it up and then you put it in the fridge to let it cool down, right? And then you actually have cologne flavored Vaseline that you can rub a little bit on your wrist or your neck, and it really
lasts longer.
Yeah, it lasts a lot longer because
I know that.
Yeah, how about
Have you actually done that before?
No, I saw it in a video.
Yeah. I've seen the same video.
Shut up, Chris. Oh, who's not? Possibly me. I need a ruling. So we had an HR change today. One of our favorite people, Rachel, she got a nice promotion, and so we have a new HR person coming in. And I'd never met her.
Are they coming in?
Well, I'd never met her. She was coming through the gate, and I was outside of my car, and she said, "Would you mind letting me in?" And I said, "Sure, no problem." So I walk over to let her in, and she says, my key hasn't been activated yet. I'm the new HR person." And I said, "Oh, are you the new Rachel? Pleasure to meet you. I'm Dave." Is that rude? Because as soon as I said it, I was like, "Is that rude? Are you the new Rachel? Like, hey, you've got big shoes to fill. I don't know you yet." Or is that just normal? I'm overthinking it.
I think you get the pass.
Yeah?
I think you get a pass, but it's weird.
Is it weird?
Like,
because she knows who Rachel is.
Yeah.
You're the new Rachel, but then when I said it, it sounded possibly rude.
What were we talking about? A filtering thoughts?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, especially with the human resources person. Yeah. Totally awesome.
I was thinking that you're going to let her in. You're like, "Oh, I'm just letting anyone in, huh?"
Yeah.
You failed the first test.
I did. Oh, that would have been awesome. Who's not? Other than me.
Houston basketball. They had 9 turnovers last night in the championship game. 5 of them in the last 3.5 minutes, 4 of them in the last 81 seconds, and 3 straight on the last 3 possessions.
Poor kids. Also, the chat needs to relax as we move on. Now I got everybody in the chat going, "Oh, you just let somebody in the door who said, 'Oh, my key doesn't work.'" First off, if you saw the person, she did not strike me. But then again, now I'm getting into, well, what do criminals look like? So I get you, but also we have 2 gates. She had the code for the first gate, and I watched her type it in. She just didn't have the beepy for the door, so I beeped her into the door. So everybody relax on your security concerns, please. I watched all the videos. I took all the tests that we have to take online. I've watched
Fast with flying colors.
I've watched most videos.
Yeah.
I still have
And you don't just wait for the end of the video and then just take your best guess.
100%. And no, I don't fast forward at 4 times speed ever. Well, because most of them are obvious. Should you, if somebody says they work here and they're carrying a spear, should you A, let them in, B, offer to hold their spear, C, cross your arms and look at them condescendingly?
Indeed, take one for the team.
Right, exactly. I don't know. All right. Let's recap the key right now, please. Kings Pistons. Kings won 1 in a row after they beat Charlotte, 2 in a row after they beat Cleveland. So they went into Detroit looking for a winning streak against those dirty Pistons.
Dirty, huh?
Dirty. Beef stew.
We had asked about dunks in our previous 3 in the key. So this time we said, how about Kings made 3-pointers? Davey said they'd make 14. I said 12. Chris said 16. They made 11.
That's you. That's closest. You were the closest.
And how many did LaVine make?
Like 8.
A lot. Yeah,
man.
A lot.
Double check.
LaVine was 8 of 11.
Yeah. DeRozan 1, Lyles 1, and Carter 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then we asked the first and last King to score in the game. Dave, you said it would be Sabonis and then DeRozan. I said it would be Ellis and then DeRozan. Chris said it would be LaVine and then Monk.
DeRozan.
The first one was DeRozan, made free throw. The last one was Zach LaVine.
Who got that? I forgot.
None of us. I mean, we all had the right names, just in different orders. You and I had a DeRozan, but as the closer. Chris had LaVine as the starter. He was the closer. Anyway.
We'll go next time.
All right. Then we do on our random stat. Dave, you said there would be double technical situation.
Yeah.
Did not happen.
You didn't see it? Oh, no, it happened.
Off
It was,
camera,
yeah, it was,
stat
it was
page.
I said it would be Beef Stew, and it was Beef Stew and Keegan Murray.
Oh, yeah.
It was in street clothes.
Actually, Beef Stew threw down Sabonis. That's the one part of the game I didn't like, and no one did
anything at all.
Not that I want to mess with Beef Stew.
I don't either, but at some point, like, could somebody stand up?
Yeah. Please stand up.
Please stand up.
So that did not happen. I predicted that this game would go overtime. When they were down by 18, I'm like, nice prediction.
Yeah,
and then they had it coming back. I'm like, oh, I didn't want overtime anymore. Didn't happen. So.
You know what's kind of funny is last night during the Florida-Houston game, when it was tied up late, I actually, in my mind, thought you predicted it. Now I understand that you did. You predicted overtime for the other thing.
Yeah.
But I remember watching it and going, oh, Jason said this game was going to go overtime. You might be right.
And then Chris said, let me see, Domantas Sabonis triple-double? Like, that would ever happen. He had 19 points, 15 boards, and 10 assists.
Wow.
Hey, good job, Chris.
You know what Chris's pick was going to be?
What?
They're going to play basketball. Way to go out on a limb, Chris.
What's a triple-double?
It's Domantas Sabonis. That's like, Zach LaVine will hit a 3. Oh, okay.
Wow, Westbrook really ruined the triple-double, huh?
Really kind of did. Peg wants to know off the chat, who's your guys' team of 6 to watch in the Masters? We'll do our Masters draft tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll draft our players. Come up with some sort of a system.
Yeah.
You guys can all participate as well. Hey, what say we go streaking?
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking! Yeah!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going?
I don't know.
It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking!
Okay, let's see. Dave, you were at 1 trying to get to 2. You selected Fernando Tatis.
I did.
We do know that he homered, hit one out of Sutter Health Park.
Did he really?
Yeah. Do we have any proof of that, though?
Do we?
I really
think
know.
We might.
The right-hander deals, and on 2-0, Fernando swings, hits one in the air, deep to left field. You can't forget it. All the way out of Sutter Health Park.
Did you hear? Play the very beginning. Listen for the analyst.
The right-hander deals, and on 2-0, Fernando swings, hits one in the air.
No, I didn't get it.
2-0, Fernando swings.
I didn't catch that. Good. That was an audible gasp.
Yeah, so Tatis 2 for 4, home run and an RBI. Dave, your streak is now 2.
Yeah.
By the way, you are batting .281, 4 homers, 7 RBI.
Starting to move up.
Good season going.
Starting to move up.
I was at 0, looking to get to 1. I picked Juan Soto.
Oh, not 2?
And he went 2 for 3 with an RBI. So I'm at 1. Yay.
Well done.
I'm now batting .216, woof, with 2 homer and 8 RBI. And Chris was at 3, trying to get to 4. He took Luis Arias from that same game. He went 2 for 4.
2 for 4.
Yeah, so he has a 4-game hitting streak. Chris is now batting .352 with 2 homers and 5 RBI.
Call me Teddy Ballgame.
You know what? I don't know if there's a holiday going on or a month, probably not, but can I just acknowledge that was an all Latin let's go streaking. And all 3 came through in the clutch. You know what? I'm going to keep the streak going today.
Okay.
I'm going to keep the streak going today. Who am I taking? That's a great question, Jason. And what I did yesterday, my strategy is pick the team that's playing against the A's.
Okay, then I'm taking the same
at Sutter Health Park. So I will take Manny Machado.
I will take Manny Machado.
Chris?
I will take Fernando Tatis.
Okay. Here we go.
Machado Tatis.
Machado Tatis. That's 2 days in a row. Let's keep it going. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's get some final thoughts on the road trip. Some final thoughts on the final road win of the regular season. And let's look back on this season on the road again. Willie Nelson, right back after this.
The Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, UC Davis, and Sac State with the Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SacktownSports.com to join.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel all right.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the GPS directions first, before driving to the mall.
Turn right at the light. In 1,000 miles, you will reach Montreal.
Not Montreal, the mall.
Recalculating. 6,000 miles to Nepal.
No, the mall.
Checking first is smart.
Recalculating.
So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
So, your small business is outgrowing your garage. You could go online, find a space, and get catfished. Or you could work with an agent who's a realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors, right by you.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley, investing in our neighborhoods, boosting the economy, making the Valley stronger. But when it comes to their finances, where can they turn? A big bank that just sees another number? That's not good enough. Valley businesses deserve Valley support for payroll, credit, cash flow, and everything in between. Valley Business is Valley Strong. Learn how our cash management services can support your business at valleystrong.com.
It's Carmichael Dave talking to you about my good friends at American Energy. You're in the Sacramento area. You know how the seasons work. They are a-changing right now. So American Energy wants to help you stay warm for the rest of the cold season, but help you stay cool during the warm season. Best way to do that, make sure your system is operating safely. So right now is the time to take advantage of half off a tune-up, $24.50. They cut that right in half, and if you want a diagnostic, guess what? You can't beat free. If it's free, it's me, and now it can be you. And also, it's the end of the season blowout. $4,000 off a new system plus any rebates. That $4,000, that's a direct drop from the sticker price. It's a great deal. Check them out at theaeway.com or an instant quote, or give them a call at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Tell them your good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Rocks Tech, Michelob Ultra, and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. More info at CITPFest.com.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
KHD 1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Congratulations to old friend Kyle's mother-in-law.
Yeah, big winner of the pool.
Big winner of the pool.
Not just the final. I mean, that's the big prize.
Yeah.
Did well throughout the bracket.
Yeah,
it was almost a perfect bracket.
Oh, she just picked all the ones. Good for her.
I mean, hey.
Do I go to a different site next year just so you can have different names? I mean, that is part of the fun of the way I used to do it. When people would turn in a name on paper.
Yeah, once you can't, once you do, you can't.
You can.
Yeah, you can. Richard Ramirez changed their name a couple times.
Yeah. How?
You do it on the. You have to do it on the computer. You can't do it on your phone.
What's a computer?
I don't do anything on a computer. I have a list here. Somebody put together figured out how to a formula for this. It's the best value non-rookie contracts.
In which sport?
Basketball. Is Keon Ellis not on a rookie deal? He must not be. Did he get like some sort of little like?
Well, I don't know if he had a unique deal because
he was undrafted, right?
Yeah, like two-way.
So he must not be on it. Yeah, it's got to be. Okay. That doesn't count. So, number one in the league, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. According to this, his salary this year is $35.9 million. His production value is $68 million. So he's putting up the numbers that a $68 million a year player would make. That's a difference of 32.1.
Which I don't believe there's anybody making $68 million.
I don't think so either. So, hey, ask for a raise, Shai. Number two in the league, Ivica Zubac. $37 million in production value. He's making 11.7. That's a 25.3 difference. I won't bore you with the whole list here. Just Peyton Pritchard's third, Malik Beasley, Derek White, Austin Reeves, Ty Jerome. Here's one I noticed that I should say something. Chris Dunn is making $5.2 million, $17.2 million production value for a difference of $12 million. He was all but out of the league. This is a former, I think, number 5 pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Pretty high. Because I want to say at one point I was like, oh, I hope the Kings get him. That sounds familiar to me. So, and he was all but out of the league. He's really turned his career around. Good for him. But then next on the list, Keon Ellis. He makes $2.1 million this year. His production value is at $14 million for a difference of $11.9 million. One of the top 10 bargains, according to this, in the entire National Basketball Association. Well, the Sacramento Kings, they must have bargained with the devil because somehow you start out the roadie, you lose to Orlando.
And that's just a loss.
Just a blowout.
Embarrassing.
You go to Indiana.
Compete.
I thought they should have won that game. Credit to Indiana. You have to. They've been playing lights out since the break. It wasn't a fluke. Other teams get paid too. So I don't want to say the Kings choked it away, but they definitely had I think they had a 16-point lead at some point, something in the double digits. But they lose that one. And then the one really was Washington. Just what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Jordan Poole, 23 points through 3 quarters. They sit him in the fourth. This is a team that is openly trying to tank, and you still couldn't beat them. That was one of the low points of the season. There's been a lot of low points this season. So it's a death march. How many times have we said this? A funeral march into wherever, Boston, Cleveland, whatever. and they win.
Yeah.
They beat the Cavs. They swept them. Okay. Well, that was neat because you beat Charlotte too, by the way, in the middle there, I should say. And then, so now you've won 2 on the trip. All right. Well, 2 and 4 ain't that bad. You're going into Detroit. It's your second game in under 24 hours. You're at the end of a 6-game East Coast swing road trip. And it's against Detroit, who is a good team this year. They're a physical team. You're probably looking at getting mushed. You're down 18 in the first half. This looks to be a good old-fashioned butt kicking. And Zach LaVine catches fire, and DeMar DeRozan catches fire, and Sabonis has a triple-double, and Jonas Valanciunas has like 15 and 10 in 20 seconds, and you win the game. Mm-hmm. And that is the tale of these 2 Sacramento Kings teams, Jason. We've seen it all year long. They beat Golden State in San Francisco by 30. They won in Boston. They won in Cleveland. You had DeMar DeRozan's game winner in Dallas.
That was great.
You had which, by the way, means a little bit more now.
Yeah.
And then you had that big comeback, biggest comeback of the year last night in Detroit. So that's a nice list of highlights on the road this year.
Yeah. I saw you post it. Was it 20 and 21 on the road?
20 and 21 on the road.
So 1
game under 500.
Which you'll take, you'll accept. I mean, it's not the best, not the worst, especially the way it ended here, like you just described with this road trip. It's been a wild road journey, and then there's some clunkers in there for sure.
Clunkeroni and cheese. They played LA 4 times this year on the road. Lakers and Clippers. They did not win one.
Oh, for LA.
Should have won one of them.
Yeah.
And then one of those was that weird Mike Brown got fired on the plane or whatever.
Going into the Laker game. Yep.
They lost by 30 in Orlando, and they lost to Washington, which just happened.
Yeah. And there's others along the way, but just.
Yeah.
And if they're in, which their magic number is 1, odds look good that they'll be 9, not certain, but.
It's more likely, let's just put it this way, they would be 9 than 10.
Yeah, I think the ranks now are 9, most likely, then 10. The lowest is 11. I mean, the odds of that. Phoenix has to win out. Kings have to lose
That's
out.
it. That's the only way. Only way it could happen.
And if the Kings were to win that 9-10, wherever it was, they're going to have to go on the road. And you're going to have to go on the road in that 7-8 game, whoever that is. And then if you get through that, games 1 and 2 in OKC, which would be, I mean, the way next week works, they're playing Wednesday. It would be Friday, and then the playoffs for them would start Sunday. I mean, they're like that team that's, you would hope every year there's like a wild card team that gets in that's been playing in the playoff mode for a while. Could they be that team where OKC would have a week off, obviously rested, great at home, but that's what you live with.
You always wonder sometimes about the resting too.
Yeah, I mean, this is more of the rhythm of the season. I just remember you were in New Orleans last year. I mean, the Kings had beaten the Warriors, went to New Orleans, and then it was on to OKC.
Yeah.
Well, they lost, so then it was heading back home.
Well, I can tell you this. This is true. We land in New Orleans at about 1:30 p.m. this Sunday. We are immediately going to Smoothie King Center.
Oh, that's
where
right.
Because I believe the Thunder play the Pelicans at 2. I want to say 2 or 2:30 their time.
Yeah, everything's at 12:30 or 10 o'clock.
Yeah. So, wait, 12:30 here?
Yeah, so 2:30 there.
Yeah. So 2:30. So we're going immediately to Smoothie King. We're going to, get some cheapo seats. Go watch that. I will be scouting.
There you
so
go.
I will
You'll call Monty?
Yeah, I will call
After
Monty.
or during?
Both. We'll be FaceTiming during the game.
Given the latest intel.
Actually,
I wonder if the Thunder will play.
I don't think they will. I don't know why they would.
Yeah.
I don't think they will. Then again, there is a thought process that, because if they
They're
didn't
off a week,
if they didn't play anyone, let me ask you this: if you are Mark Daniel, the head coach of the Thunder, their final game is this Sunday, and then when the playoffs would start? What, the following?
they wouldn't play till the following Sunday.
Sunday. Okay,
Because they would get the Kings.
you got a full week off.
Yeah.
Right. Is there any thought to saying to the players, See you Thursday. Because that game before the game, what I'm really curious about is the game before for Oklahoma City. Let me find
probably
it.
Friday night.
I think you're absolutely right.
Because everybody is off Saturday.
Right. Okay. So it's almost certainly Friday. Friday, April 11th at Utah. I mean, honestly, and then before that, it's at Phoenix. You could conceivably, what about this? They play the Lakers Tuesday, which, by the way, also doesn't mean anything. And the Lakers just smack them in OKC. I mean, there's a thought that you tell the starters right now, you just say, hey, see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah, the only thing they have to play for, and it's a small thing, is I think they're 2 up on Cleveland overall, or 1.
Oh, yeah.
So if that was a final matchup, you'd rather have the most home court you possibly could.
Yeah, they're 2 up. You're right.
Yeah, so
you're right.
1 more win should be pretty good shape.
But the idea being, and obviously you're not going to give him 2 weeks off, but how would you feel how do you feel about the move with a coach where he says, you know what, guys? Freaking go to Cancun for 2 or 3 days. Take it easy.
How many? You can only send a few, right?
Yeah,
at a time.
Yeah,
you need 8 players.
Send, which I guess would be kind of lame.
Yeah,
for the other players. Yeah, good point.
But whereas the difference is, let's say the Kings secure 9 by Friday night. I would say the Sunday game, because they play Wednesday. I wouldn't play anybody if I were the Kings on against the Suns on Sunday.
We'll take a break. All right, we're late for a break because now I'm thinking okay, I got a question about basketball rosters when we get back. Don't let me forget. And then we'll get in the standings watch. We'll take a look now at the Kings magic number and also who Dallas is playing, who Phoenix is playing, and how Sacramento finishes all the last 3 games of the season to see where we think the Kings will end up. So we'll do that standings watch, then what to watch at 9:28. We have a few more things with you. And then I believe Alan will join us live from Central PA for whatever reason, as he's out there for crosstalk and celebrity birthdays. The first of 2 celebrity birthdays we'll be doing today, and we'll do all that next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
The sewer system. It's probably the last thing on your mind, and that's okay. Because at the Sacramento Area Sewer District, it's our first priority. As the region's largest sewer utility, we own and maintain thousands of miles of sewer pipe. And our job is to get to your sewer problem before it interrupts your life. So whether you've got a slow drain or a backup, call us first, day or night. The Sacramento Area Sewer District. It's a dirty job, but we're happy to do it.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
All right, so the Stockton Kings are in the G League Finals, right? What would you think about this for next year? What if the G League moved their season back 3 weeks, let's just say, for funsies, right? Because what I'm wondering is that OKC conversation got me thinking, what if the NBA adopted kind of a Major League Baseball look at the end of the season, and maybe April 1st or whatever, they expanded rosters from 14 to 30, and you could honest to God bring up a bunch of your G League guys, maybe not 30, that's doubling it, but let's say you add another 6 to 8 roster spots. And so now you can bring up all your G League guys, whether you're a team that's not making the playoffs that wants to give these guys a chance against real NBA competition, or you're a playoff team that's, for example, OKC. They've clinched a spot. Okay, you said, well, you still got to have some guys on the roster. Well, maybe, but what if you just decided to play your 8 G League guys to give them some NBA experience at the end of the year?
I don't hate it.
No, it'd be kind of a win-win. I think I feel like there's a reason they don't, because when something isn't happening, I go, well, there's a lot of smart people that run these places. There's a reason.
Maybe there's contracts and salary cap and all that.
Wouldn't that also have to do with like tanking?
Where you just purposely play your G League guys? And maybe you'd have to be like, there's a limiter, but they don't have that issue in baseball.
Like when the let's just say with the Spurs, let's say Wembanyama was good to go for like the last few games, but they're like, we don't want to risk anything. Let's just put all our G Leaguers in there.
Or like, De'Aaron, go ahead and get the surgery.
Yeah.
After you've played all year. I often find myself thinking about that with De'Aaron Fox. I wonder if he would have gotten the surgery with us at some point this year. If he would have played, if he would have toughed it through, which he's done before, or if he would eventually just packed it in.
Yeah, and all the starts and stops this team has had, it's like, oh, okay, low point. I'm doing it now. And then it's like, oh, wait, they bounce back.
Yeah, they're fine. Standings, watch. The Oklahoma City Thunder long ago clinched the 1 seed, and the Houston Rockets will almost certainly be or if not, certainly be your 2 seed. Actually, I think they will. 3 games left, 3.5 game lead on the Lakers. The Lakers have currently separated themselves by a game and a half over the Nuggets. But, Jason, as you mentioned earlier, the Nuggets, Clippers, Warriors, Timberwolves, and Grizz are all at 32 losses. That is what we call a log jam.
And we know the prize is getting to the top 6, and maybe some of that, maybe some people are, well, no one wants to be in the 7-8 because the risk of, you could be out, but maybe there's more appeal for some to play Houston. Does someone want to get the Lakers at the 3? It's just, I think it would be about getting in and securing a spot.
I got a feeling nobody wants to be the 6 because you really want to play the Lakers. I think let me put it this way. I think being the 7 and playing the Rockets is far more appealing than being the 6 and playing the Lakers.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to probably see some shenanigans. And I sure as hell, look, if you want to look for referee conspiracies, take a look at the Warriors, one way or the other, the Warriors free throw disparities over the next 3 games. Because I can promise you, I'm not a huge conspiracy guy. The NBA 100% does not want Lakers Warriors in the first round.
No, they don't.
Be a disaster.
Or like the 7-8. I don't think the Lakers involved.
Well,
I guess there was a point they could, but
no, they don't want any part of that whatsoever. So it would be kind of interesting though if the Nuggets overtook the Lakers and the Lakers were 4th and the Clippers were 5th.
Oh yeah, LA series.
Yeah, you just have an LA series the whole time. Nobody flies anywhere in the first round.
Right.
When it comes to the Kings are currently a game ahead of the Mavericks. They are 3.5 ahead of the Suns. That's with 4 left for Phoenix. Again, the Kings would have to lose out and the Suns would have to win out, including winning at Golden One Center in the final game of the season. That's what would have to happen for the Kings to not make the play-in and to get passed by Phoenix.
Yeah.
So it's not impossible, but it's very unlikely possible.
Odds are low. Kings have a tough enough schedule, I guess, to lose out, if that would mean Phoenix winning that last game. But for Phoenix, I think it starts as early as tonight. They play the Warriors. Warriors are coming off, off that game. Had here.
Loss.
I think that's gonna be a good thing for the Kings tonight. I think the Kings, by the end of the night or by the time we're on tomorrow, will find out that they are in. That's my guess.
I think we'll be coming in here tomorrow.
Yeah,
and I'm with you. As a matter of fact, we haven't done this yet.
And if Phoenix doesn't do it, or if they do win tonight, then they've got to go back to back and host the Thunder. Mm-hmm. And if they get through those 2, then I think it's possible.
I do not want that game in Golden One Center to mean anything.
Right.
At all.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Thunder lost to the Lakers 126-99 this last weekend. Excuse me, in their last game. Now, in some weird quirkiness of the schedule, the Thunder take on the Lakers again tonight in Oklahoma City. Jason and Chris, who is favored in this game, And by how much? Once again, the Thunder were beaten by 27 by the Lakers in their last game. Chris?
The Thunder by 6.5.
I'm going to say the same.
The Thunder are favored by 14.5 points tonight.
They are not.
Is somebody not playing
against the Lakers?
I
know they're the 1 seed.
Their last game, they lost to them by 27.
Wow.
I mean, Vegas is shiny for a reason.
Well, remember, what do they have? 51 double-digit wins.
Yeah. The Warriors visit.
When was the last time the Lakers were underdog by that much?
Not only that, I just can't get over the fact that they're playing in the same place. It's the same teams, and it's the last game they both played. It's not like it's different times of the year even. And they beat them by 27, and now they're dogs by 14.5. That's a 41.5-point difference. Now, look, we're going to come in here tomorrow. It's going to be, Thunder 134, Lakers 101. I get that. It's just crazy to see. There must be some Lakers now. LeBron or Luke or somebody sitting out. There's got to be something we don't know. We'll follow that for tomorrow. Warriors at Suns. Here's an interesting thing, guys. The Lakers Thunder game starts at 5 p.m. Not on national TV. Warriors Suns, that's on TNT.
Fun.
Warriors in Phoenix. You go ahead and go first there, Jason Ross. Who's favored by how much?
Warriors by 8.5.
Chris Verlaud.
Warriors by 6.5.
Oh, we almost had a correct answer. The Warriors are favored by 9.5. One off. So, look, certainly seems like the Kings are going to clinch tonight. But you know what? Don't count your beans before you eat them.
Never do it.
Never do it.
Won't do it.
Sacramento has Denver tomorrow. They host the Clippers Friday. They host the Suns on Sunday. Sunday. Dallas hosts the Lakers tomorrow. They host Toronto Friday. They're at Memphis Sunday. Both the Lakers and especially Memphis are fighting for stuff.
Yeah, that Laker game will be weird with Luka's return.
Be fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very interesting ovation for him. I mean, he's going to get a tremendous ovation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's a big boy. But if the Lakers start pounding the Mavericks in front of their home fans, I'm also wondering, is Nico Harrison?
I was just thinking the same thing. And if he is, how many times does Luka look at him if he makes
God. Every single time Luka makes it does anything, he's just going to stare at Luka or at Nico and start breakdancing in the middle of the court.
I'll break something.
Phoenix hosts Golden State tonight. They host the Thunder Wednesday, and then they host the Spurs on Friday.
Before coming here,
I would say this. If they beat Golden State tonight, I'll be like, and then I will be waiting on Wednesday, and I swear to God, if I hear the Thunder are resting everybody, because, by the way, maybe if you're the Thunder, you're thinking, you know what? We don't want to play the Kings in the first round. We want to play Phoenix, because then, now imagine that Phoenix beats Golden State. If they beat Oklahoma City as well, it's going to be full on sphincter clench in this town, because they've got the Spurs coming up on Friday. And you got to think now all of a sudden Phoenix, they've won those 3 in a row, and it's all the marbles at Golden One Center.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest with you, Jason, if that were to come to fruition and then the Suns were to come here and beat the Kings at Golden One Center and knock them out of the playoffs, I got to think it's going to be a bad atmosphere after that buzzer sounds.
Yes.
My thoughts.
You think? I also think about it from Phoenix perspective. If they miss with all the talent they've added over the last couple of years, that team is going to transform in the offseason.
Oh, my God.
Have fun, Matt Ishbia.
I don't know why. Matt Ishbia said that there's 28 other teams that would like that roster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like it all for Phoenix.
Yes.
They would like it for their opponents.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. When we come back, what to watch. We'll clean up some other stuff we got going on as well before we get to crosstalk with Alan Stiles. We'll do all that right after this.
Malik Monk plays here.
Started left, goes right, steps back, launches the 3. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time.
And skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Wow, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out collection letters, garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance. And you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it even harder to get out of debt. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in taxpayer assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Let them fight on your behalf, helping to put your tax problems to rest. Call the tax professionals at Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the ultimate lunch lineup boasts wall-to-wall sports and scenic views. When you're hungry and in a hurry, the Scratch Kitchen delivers lunch in the clutch. I mean, where else can you order a 29-degree draft beer and a quickie combo on your lunch break? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
As seen on Crazy Rich Asians, Silicon Valley, and more, it's Jimmy O Yang, Big and Tall Tour.
She was like, babe, what's your love language? I'm like, what? Her love language could be words of affirmation. I was raised by Asian parents. Their love language was verbal abuse.
Saturday, April 12th, the venue at Thunder Valley. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss them, Sacramento. Jimmy O Yang, Big and Tall Tour.
I love this time of year when the azaleas begin to bloom and the singing birds' sweet dawn chorus remind us that blue skies and sunshine are at hand. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. In sports, the definition for the word master is one who's achieved a high degree of skill, and that will be on display in the highly anticipated golf tournament. In the furniture business, a master is a highly skilled craftsman, an artist even, whose work is coveted by those who appreciate design, quality, and durability. John Keyes was the mastermind of Naturewood Home Furnishings. He knew that you wanted your home to reflect your personal style, whether that was a plain coffee table or a masterpiece for you to enjoy forever. That's why when you walk into Naturewood Home Furnishings, you'll find the largest and best selection of the highest quality home furnishings in Northern California. Masterful. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Spring is here, and that means gigantic savings for all your oil change needs at Jiffy Lube today. Get a $25 gift card with the purchase of any Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change through May 31st at your local Jiffy Lube service center in the greater Sacramento areas. And don't forget about the additional $30 off online coupon at jiffylube.com. Terms apply. Valid email address required. See pennzoil.com/rewards for details. Jiffy Lube, huge spring savings for you today.
Are you ready to unlock your business's potential? Hey, I'm Alan Stiles, and you can do that with Roxas Technology Solutions. Their mission is to empower growth through cutting-edge, reliable, and scalable technology. They tailor solutions to enhance efficiency and foster innovation, ensuring your business thrives in the digital age. Located in Sacramento, their dedicated team is ready to partner with you for your long-term success. Transform your business now. Go to roxtech.com. That's WROXTECH.com. Rox Tech. Tomorrow's technology at your fingertips today.
waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Hey, remember high school? Remember when you were 16?
I do.
Remember you had a sense of humor, you'd have some fun, maybe a hijink or two.
Okay. What do you
Also tonight, a Rio Rancho high school student is in some pretty serious trouble after he was accused of a really disgusting prank during a JV baseball game. You might recall earlier this week, we told you how the entire Rio Rancho High School JV baseball team was suspended after one of their players allegedly urinated in the La Cueva team's water jug during a game. Several players and coaches from La Cueva then drank the water from that jug. Tonight, the player in question is facing 15 counts of battery. Rio Rancho police say they've forwarded those charges to juvenile probation and parole. We have not yet been told the identity of the player because police say he is only 16 years old. At this point, the Rio Rancho JV baseball team is still suspended, and a spokesperson for the school district says the investigation is ongoing.
You're in trouble. Because he peed. It's not, first off, it's not funny. Right? Like, imagine doing that to a friend of yours. I would never do that. But what I'm saying is,
probably have to go see a pediatrician after that.
Pediatrician. He said a pediatrician. Because I have questions.
How did this leak out?
I see what you did there, and I like it. How did you do it during the game?
I don't know.
Number one. Number two, how'd they find out? I know the water would taste weird.
I've seen Dumb and Dumber.
But that was all pee. That was all pee in the bottles in Dumb and Dumber. How would they? I need to know these things. Did they go
the heat?
The water tastes weird. Let's test it, and then
Does the water look weird?
Right. Everybody knows if you're going to do that, do it in Gatorade. Everyone knows that. Specifically the lemon lime or cucumber.
Electrolytes.
Yeah. But I want to know how he got caught, because it said during the game, but then it also said like 12 players drank from it. Also, battery.
Well, he opened up the cooler and
right, just
right there at the end of the bench.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, did he just somehow sneak? Did he maybe pee in a bottle and then dump it in there? I want to know. I want to see this on court TV. I want to know how he pulled it off. No pun intended. I want to know how he got caught. Also, they suspended the whole team. Did the team know? Because otherwise, it's not fair if Jimmy over there.
Well, my assumption is that all came together of kids going and getting some water and the other team going.
I'm with you. I think you're probably right that he was not the lone shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think it was a dare.
That is very, very likely. I just find it funny when they say battery, because I don't know. I think of like somebody getting hit.
Criminal battery, hitting someone, shoving someone, or even spitting on someone without their consent.
But even spitting on someone's like, oh, the spit hit my face.
I think I'd rather get spit on.
100%. Would you rather get spit on or drink pee?
I mean, now we're talking about something that people actually do want.
From the 916, he was just doing them a favor and creating their own Pedialyte.
Well done.
And this is not cool, everybody. Do not do this.
Let's be clear. Not cool. Don't do it.
This is something that when you're a kid, it is the funniest thing in the world.
Yes.
And then growing up, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that.
100%. We've all done those things. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Sure.
Jason acting like he's so nice.
No one will ever know.
Force-fed Pop Rocks to an animal.
Not force-fed.
All right, we'll move on. I just have one last which would you rather.
Okay. fun. Maybe we could do this instead of birthdays at the.
Imagine.
Hey, we're gonna switch it up a little, everybody.
Yeah.
Imagine one of them's Gatorade, the orange, cooler
that usually get poured on the coach's heads.
Yes. Okay. So and there's a lot of liquid in there, so there's dilution happening, right? You got a choice, okay? You can take a drink of water. You're thirsty, so you're those little paper cups. You're down in that, right? And it's either filled with, let's say, a Pepsi can's worth of pee. I'm trying to recreate what this dude did, right? Or 6 members of the team spit loogies in it and then mix it up. And you got loogie water or pee water.
You have to do one.
Or your house will burn in fire from the people that do.
How's the insurance? Okay. Well, to play the game, I'm taking option 1.
Really?
Jason likes pee water? Ew.
I would have taken the spit water.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I think I take pee water. I'm with.
Well, there's
Jason.
less of the spit.
Yeah, but still,
is there?
Yeah, you said 6.
You're just thinking about that. Like,
I'm taking pee water. I am. I'm just hoping they were hydrated.
Absolutely not.
And no asparagus.
Egg salad.
God dang, man. That
like
is
that one.
So freaking gross. My buddy once at a bar, this is the grossest thing I've ever even heard of. He's a flaming alcoholic and would constantly, he'd be at the bar at the end of the night. We'd have to drag him out. This is in my early 20s, right? He was just getting housed every single night. House MD. One night, this dude goes to grab his drink while he's talking to us. We're talking baseball or some crap. Dude, he grabs my other buddy's glass that he'd been using for his tobacco spit.
Oh, gosh.
And straight took it, spit take the whole thing. I've never thrown up because something was gross. I've gagged, but I was this close to literally losing my lunch.
That onion and ketchup.
That's the worst, dude. That is the worst. Ugh. The Clippers at Suns tonight. Warriors at Suns tonight. Grizz at Hornets. Timberwolves at Bucks. Lakers and Thunder. Spurs at Clippers as well. Also, local baseball. Padres and A's. A's looking to win. A's looking to go to their first at bat, not losing for the first time at home in Sacramento history.
And have a lead. I mean, honestly,
be tied
for one game, can they bat first at home?
Can we switch it?
Yeah. Hey, Padres, this will be your reward. You get to bat last.
You get to bat last. That's an advantage. We want to bat first.
I mean, there's going to be more Padres fans at the stands than A's fans.
Wow.
Out there yesterday.
Wow. Shots at the Sacramento fan base.
Yeah.
Wow. Reds at Giants. Giants looking to avoid their first 2-game losing streak of the season.
I mean,
yeah, right?
They're falling apart.
Remember, everyone was like, "Oh, Buster Posey's doing a great job."
Yeah, I remember when everyone was doing that.
All of them were.
Yeah.
We'll take a break when we come back. Crosstalk with Alan Stock. We'll ask him that question. And Celebrity Birthdays, Part 1, all right after this.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive knows when you're in your RV, you're already on vacation. That's when you become Vacation You, who just camped where there's absolutely no shade. Even though regular you burns easily. In fact, vacation you burns too, but is too stubborn to admit it, which is why regular you gets in trouble at the dermatologist because vacation you doesn't do doctors. So bundle your RV with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Lowe's knows how to help pros save. That's why the new MyLowe's Pro Rewards program lets you unlock exclusive member deals on the things you need every day on the job. Plus, MyLowe's Pro Rewards members can get volume discounts on eligible orders through a quote of $2,000 or more. Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Exclusions, more terms and restrictions apply. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Rocks Tech, Michelob Ultra, and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. More info at CITPFest.com.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
It's Carmichael Dave talking to you about my good friends at American Energy. You're in the Sacramento area. You know how the seasons work. They are a-changing right now. So American Energy wants to help you stay warm for the rest of the cold season, but help you stay cool during the warm season. Best way to do that, make sure your system is operating safely. So right now is the time to take advantage of half off a tune-up, $24.50. They cut that right in half, and if you want a diagnostic, guess what? You can't beat free. If it's free, it's me, and now it can be you. And also, it's the end of the season blowout. $4,000 off a new system plus any rebates. That $4,000, that's a direct drop from the sticker price. It's a great deal. Check them out at theaeway.com or an instant quote, or give them a call at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Tell them your good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
You're turning red again.
Oh my God, I really am, dude. I'm so glad Chris left the room.
Get it together. Get it together.
Yeah. Alan's on the StreamYard. Sounds like a song. Alan.
StreamYard.
Good morning, Alan.
Good morning. How's everybody doing?
Well, you tell us, pal. We've been laughing a lot today for some reason.
You missed quite the debate earlier.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you hear about the baseball?
Well,
no. But you can ask him. You wanted to ask him.
Hey, there was a baseball team, I think in Texas, JV baseball team suspended because one of the players, they were playing another team, and he peed in their Gatorade or their water jug, and then like 12 of the other team drank it, and they suspended the kid. He's been charged with 12 counts of battery.
And suspended the team, right?
And suspended the whole team. I don't know if you heard about that or not.
Why the whole team?
Yeah, well, we were talking about that probably because they found that they were like all in on it.
Okay.
Or something.
Well, what was it? First 12 hours, it's still sterile.
Oh, look at Alan play shock jockey.
Has this happened to you before?
I'm just that was.
Have
just
you ever?
told.
Okay. Oh, somebody told me that.
No, you know
I
what
heard
it
from
is?
my friend.
No, it's from The Revenant. It's if you ever follow survival stuff and you got to do what you got to do, you have, I don't know if it's 12, but you have a certain number of hours where if you have to replenish yourself, you can do that.
Ew. I would just die.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
If you absolutely needed liquids, it's not your first choice, but look, survival mode, like Alan's talking about.
That's the thing. I'd be the guy in Survivor, and they'd be like, you have to catch this fish to eat it. And I'd be like, I don't want to.
About Fear Factor.
Nope. No chance.
I hated
God,
it. I watched it, but hated it.
I watched it like a horror movie. Yeah, like between my fingers. Yeah, I couldn't. Not doing any of that, dude.
Did you do it, Alan?
It depends on what it was. I could do a worm, right?
Yeah.
I ate a worm once when I was a kid. Oh, yeah, I read this book called How to Eat, I think it was How to Eat Fried Worms or something like that. It was a kid's book.
You didn't fry it, though.
No, I 100% did. I did it just like in the book.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
It was weird. Alan, would you rather take down one of them paper cups of ice cold pea water, or 6 of the players in the opposing team all hocked loogies in there? And,
come on, man!
I'm saying you got to pick one of the two.
Asked.
One of the two, or you're suspended for your senior season. Now,
wait! You had this conversation after last night's game?
No, this morning. We had it like 5 minutes. Oh, you're saying because the Kings beat the Pistons?
Oh, we had plenty of discussion.
Yeah, we did a ton of that. It's not like this is our top story at 9.
4-hour show. I don't know, Dave. I mean,
that's not a right answer, Alan. You got to pick one. That's the point, dude.
I think
everybody else picked.
I'd have to go with the wee. I think
that's, you know what?
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
4-1. I think.
4-1.
It's less liquid.
That's what's. Oh, I'm just. Yeah, we have another option for you. We'll tell you off the air, though.
Okay.
I'm guessing you'll still go with the first option.
Yes.
It's,
maybe not.
Changed my mind.
Just
slap my face and change my mind.
If I'll have to drink something, it'll be the pee.
Well done. Celebrity Birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Crumble Cookies, not just a great tasting cookie, but also partnered with Dove to create my wife's lemon flavored shampoo. That's right. Found that out this morning. She has Crumble Cookie shampoo. Didn't even know that existed. Alan, how about that?
Sounds awesome.
Would you use Crumble Cookie shampoo?
No.
Wow. Alan hates our sponsor. All right. Celebrity birthdays.
All right. Jeez. On this date, in what year did the movie Fever Pitch?
Oh,
Max on the chat line says, I have an idea for the show. Dave has to drink pea water if the Kings make the 8 seed and upset the Thunder. I'll do that. I swear to God, I will. If the Kings upset the Thunder, I will drink pea water. I will. I know that we probably don't have a. I'm just saying. I would.
Have
if somebody
what?
told.
Have
if somebody.
what?
Huh? No, you don't want me
what?
to get in it. I'll tell you off the air. But
like the Peem.
If you told me I had to drink pea water for the Kings to beat the Thunder in the 8 seed, I would be disgusted. I'd probably throw up and need therapy. I would 100% do that. You wouldn't? Would you not?
No.
Wow.
Fever Pitch.
That's the one with Jimmy Fallon, right?
Yeah.
1997.
This guy is all over the place, man.
He sure is.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Is it 03?
Guys, ease your head. It's after they won the World Series.
Right.
It's 2005.
Yeah.
The correct answer is Chris Roulette, 2005.
Shocking. Chris Roulette.
All right, let's see how he does here. Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Ugh. 2022.
I didn't know there was a 2.
The 3 came just
2020 helped us through COVID.
2021.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Chris Roulette.
Dave.
22.
What?
Dave, what you just said, that came up on the TV broadcast.
We talked about that earlier.
Alan heard it.
Yeah, Alan heard it. Yeah, I was saying.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, shutting Zach LaVine's out here like COVID, shutting the city down or something like that. You
That
heard
is correct.
That? Oh, my gosh. That is it. That goes in the Kyle Draper Hall of Fame. Back to you.
Happy birthday on this day to C.D. Lamb.
Compact
somebody.
Lamb.
Yeah.
CD is 20.
What they say about receivers, Alan?
CD Lamb is 28.
Nope. You know what they say about receivers? Always younger. It's either 26 or 27. 26.
27.
We have a correct answer that goes to Alan Stiles, 26.
Wow, he's a youngster.
Happy birthday to Robin Wright. No longer Penn, Robin Wright.
Oh, she was Jenny. I hated that. I hated her.
Some cards.
Yeah. Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Robin Wright, not Penn, is 56. You know what? Damn it. Can I change it before anybody else?
Sure.
58.
That's what I was going to say. 57.
62.
Dave is closest, 59. Happy birthday to Zachary Richache.
Richache. He is 20.
20.
21.
We have a correct answer. Goes to Carmichael Dave and Alan Stiles, 20 years old. Happy birthday to King Felix. King Felix, former Mariners pitcher.
Felix Hernandez.
Yeah. Oh, of the Hernandez.
Hernandez. Felix is 42.
He's done, right?
Yeah.
No, he played.
He's done.
42. You know what they say about baseball players?
What?
44.
43.
Dave is closest, 39.
Wow.
Happy birthday to Dario Saric.
Dario Saric is 34.
35.
32.
Chris is closest, 31.
Wow, young Dario Saric.
And last one, former Blazer, former Kings assistant coach, Terry Porter.
I just realized something. How are we going to do this then later?
Oh, I've got
Yep.
Oh, you do?
Oh, I know exactly what to do. Okay, this is just for sales. We gave all the answers earlier. Tell us what they are.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great. Plus, I'd forget half of them. Terry Porter is 63.
61.
58.
That's a tie between Alan and Dave, 62.
Wow. Alan and Dave, winners.
Yeah.
Chris, loser. Alan, what's coming on the Pennsylvania Style Show?
Very, very excited, guys. At 11 o'clock, it is our first edition of our coaches show with Eric Martins, the third base coach for the Athletics. That'll happen once a week, every Tuesday at 11. So today is the first one, brought to you by Rocks Technology Solutions, and we're really excited for that. And that's at 11. And besides that, I told everybody that the hype train will be rolling if the Kings win last night. So Kyle has the choo-choo sounds ready. The hype train starts in about 3 minutes.
Can you ask your third base coach if there's any chance they let the Padres hit first today, just to mix it up? Or, the A's could hit first today at home, since they have yet to have an at-bat without trailing at home ever?
Yeah, and I don't think that Tatis ball has landed yet, but maybe we'll get to it.
All right, maybe it'll land in central Pennsylvania. For Christopher Ladd and Jason Ross, I'm Carmichael Dave. Alan Stiles is next.